up to $7,000 off the 24 model Jeep Grand Cherokee 3rd Row. Don't forget to check out our huge selection of affordable used vehicles starting from $699 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
This is Dr. Holt from Orthopedic East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedic East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Yeah. Get your game faces on, Pirates. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields, if you know what I mean. We're flying into dove season with shotguns galore and shells for days. Don't miss out on Beretta's $200 cash back on A400 Extreme Pluses and $75 back on A300 Ultimas. Tune in as we head into hunting season with the best deals around and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Find out when the cannons explode.
This is John Gavagan with the Gavagan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
My God!
Don't give me that Homer. You know, no.
Hey!
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Yeah. Flip that, Shirley.
Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player.
Pepe Le Pew.
Tony Dunn, you will not be making the Pirate Radio Live Open at this time.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, Sean.
I can't even feel my head. Somebody got a big old head that wears these things.
That would be me. Jamie, I have a gourd, son. I sit there every day.
That's a tater right there.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1. In Washington, we're on 1250 at 930 online, pr927fm.com. And the hits keep coming at Pirate Radio TV. Today, dropped a new edition of the Holden Naylor Show coming up in just a little bit. Little tease for you. The recording of the next Greg Hudson show, which will be dropped at a later date. Stay tuned for that. You got this show, the Brian Bailey Show, the Bud Light pregame tailgate, the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, Chandler Honeycutt's Power Hour, a new show coming to Pirate Radio, Intern Zach's Nerd Fest. We need some new shows. Y'all need to come up with your own. Everybody needs to host a show here at Pirate Radio. we are glad to have you with us at Pirate Radio TV. Give us a like, a subscribe, and also hit us up on Facebook. All right. Big show today coming up. We continue to get you ready for ECU and Appalachian State. Zach Kaplan, WNCT Channel 9, will join us. We'll also have our advanced moving and storage opponent preview. The voice of the Mountaineers, Adam Whitten, will join us on the show. Jeff Nadu has some picks for us. He's gone under in the first 2 ECU games and has hit them both. Do you just ride with it or buck the trend? We'll ask Nadu when he joins us later on in the show. Holden Ahlers will join us, get his thoughts on ECU App State. And Coach Hud, Greg Hudson, for the first time this month, will join us in the Pirate Radio studio. So it'll be nice to have Coach Hud see his beautiful, shiny head in our studio later on today. All right, we'll go around the horn. You know what? Today I'm going to start with the left side. Oh, no.
I'm over here. I'm over here.
Wait, did y'all hear that?
I'm over here. I'm over here.
Where's... I'm looking.
Over here.
He's always on my left side.
I'm over here. Left side.
Strong side.
What's up, baby?
Hey, it's nice to be on the left side.
Yeah.
John is behind the glass, looking like a fish, a big old fish, big-headed fish.
A fish?
You're in the aquarium in there, bud.
Oh, come on, man.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
To your right side.
Right side.
What's the line?
Line. I need my line, please. Are you familiar with the film? I was going to say Varsity Blues. Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
I don't remember what they say, though.
Left side,
left
strong
side, strong side.
That's the only part I know.
Then you're the weak side.
Well, I don't want to say that.
Nah, you're not. I'm just kidding.
All right, this went smooth. Zach, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Shirley will be here momentarily. She will be participating in today's show. That's an easy word to say. It's one of the easiest words to say in the English language. Participation.
Participation?
Yeah. Pretty easy, John.
I don't know where she put that.
Well, John, you might struggle here. Let's see how you do, because Steve Hill says, hey, yo. He says, Clipper! Go Gator!
Go Gator.
Go Gator.
Family. My guy.
My guy.
There's like 3
What's up, my guy?
What's up, my guy?
My guy.
Jamie says, hey now. PJ says, hey yo. Jerry says hello. PJ also says, happy Coach Hud Day. Russ said, that was weird, Clipper. You're an odd fellow. What did I do that was weird?
Was it searching for Chandler?
Maybe. I don't know.
I wish I could find that. There's something strange here.
You know what, Russ? I don't know you, but I'm going to say you're a pretty weird guy, too, just from some of the things you type. Steve says, Chon in the fish tank is a head snapper. I get that. But what's the head part? Yeah. Hey, chat gang, let's pick it up, man.
We're slacking today.
Come on, fellas. Pick it up.
We're slacking.
Kenny says, heard a guy on a podcast saying that some of the App State fans think they do beat us like Clemson did to them.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of bold predictions.
Well, they've kicked our ass twice in a row.
I'm not saying we're going to win. I'm just saying it's bold. I saw a 41-13 prediction earlier from an App State fan. I'm like, wow.
Stay tuned, Kenny and everyone. Zach Kaplan has some thoughts on ECU fans' predictions, because we read some off the other day. Zach had some strong feelings about that.
Wait, so Zach Kaplan's going to participate in today's show?
Participation. Yes.
Found it.
He will be participating in today's show. Hit the whole question, John, and just see.
A lot about depth going into the year, especially on the D line through 2 games. Have you look at participation
or precipitation? We might look at that too.
Or precipitation.
Boy, I struggled with that one yesterday. John is fired up for Saturday. Steve says red snapper, big head. All right.
All right, my day is done. Shirley's back. Y'all have a good day.
Wait, you're leaving? You get off work now? How about
gone.
you?
I'll see y'all later.
No, man, you can't go.
He's going home.
Russ said, what are the locks of the weeks, fellas? Trying to lose some money. I got a lock for Sunday. The Cowboys are going to beat the Saints by a good 17 to 24 points. There's my Sunday lock. Saturday, not sure yet. Might ride with Texas State tonight. Take the Bobcats.
-1.5.
Jamie says Zach was knocking ECU fans' expectations. Dangerous game to play. I wonder if Zach is embracing a heel role. He turned bad guy on me, and now is he ready to turn against the Pirate fans? What we're gonna have to do is turn and turn some more,
and make some more turns.
We're gonna do two or three more turns, and when we're done, we're gonna turn them all into turns. Joey says Panthers money line.
Oh Jesus.
Joey. I was thinking about that today.
I literally put Justin Herbert in as my starting quarterback just because he's playing the Panthers.
So, I don't... What's the line?
6.5.
Oof. I don't mind taking the Panthers in that game, and then I started to think about it. All right, so Panthers are at home. What kind of home crowd's going to want to show up to support that team? It's the home opener.
It's the home opener, and tickets are literally going for like 50 cents each.
Yeah.
Somebody got 2 tickets for $1.80.
That's really sad.
I could cash out the money that I have in my DraftKings account right now and get 3 tickets.
And take a family of 4.
Yeah. And have just a ball.
So I was thinking about it, Sean. All right, let's go through it. Who has the edge at head coach?
Chargers.
Yeah, no need to think about that one.
He's been in the league before, won a national championship at Michigan. He's back in the league.
Who has the edge at quarterback?
That would be the Chargers.
No need to think about that. Who has the edge on defense?
That would be the Chargers.
Probably so. Definitely so. Derek Brown's out, right?
Yep. Brown's out for the year, and just the way we showed up last week, I would say Chargers. Anything you ask me, it's going to be on the Chargers side.
Who has the time zone advantage?
Chargers.
No. They're going west to east, man. Their brains are they're going to be all
jet-lagged.
Jet-lagged. No, I was going through it because I don't mind taking the Panthers plus the points, but, like, Chargers have the advantage everywhere. And I don't think the Chargers are going to be a very good team this year. But I feel like they're going to be in a lot of games, probably play a lot of close, tight games.
Just like the Saints are not going to be a good team this year, and they beat us by 37 points last week.
Right. You got to be careful about the week 1 overreaction. Saints aren't going to be good. They're going to get blown out by the Cowboys this week.
I agree.
Do we not agree? Guess who's back?
Do we not agree?
Back again.
Shirley Rhodes. Shirley, I made something.
You did?
But I made it on the computer and not on the phone, and I couldn't. I wanted to DM it to myself, and I couldn't, so...
And you gave up, and you were going to wait for me to get back to tell you?
It's you getting arrested.
Because of the text I sent you?
Yeah. Shirley said somebody's picking me up before I go to jail, before I get arrested. Yeah. So I got Tyreek Hill. I got Shirley's head on Tyreek Hill's body.
That is outstanding. I texted you guys because I knew it was going to be a close call before the start of the show, and I was like, look, I just called Mark. Mark's coming to get me, so I don't go to jail today. I was like, can y'all just babysit the computer until I get there?
Steve says, does Danny Dimes continue to kill the Manders? Probably. If I'm betting on anything in that game, it's Giants money line because the Giants have won 4 in a row. I did some math earlier this week. I think they've won 8 out of 11. There's a tie in there somewhere.
A tie?
Tie.
Hi.
Tie.
Hi.
Tie.
So, Steve, you know this as well as I do, being the Washington fan you are. The Giants, no matter how bad they are, no matter how fat their head coach is, no matter how big his giant head is, no matter how much Danny Dimes sucks, they always find a way to beat Washington. And I have no confidence that Washington in Northwest FedEx Commander Stadium, hey, we're wearing yellow pants. We're real excited about that on social media.
They're back.
So when we pee down our legs, you won't be able to see it. It's only week 2. Why am
The previous caller kind of sent me into a full-blown depression.
Why am I like this? It's not even week 2 yet. I got to relax. Jaden Daniels is going to ball out. Here's why I'm like this. Because I do this thing. I start to get, anytime I think something good's going to happen, it all comes crashing down. There's a reason I'm the way I am.
I'm going to get like you at some point.
If you ain't there yet, you might not get there because your team is the worst team I think I've ever seen in the NFL.
Clip, I understand.
You suck.
And I'm like that, but I'm not. I mean,
you liked it?
I'm numb to the fact that we're bad. I'm tired. I did my yelling last year. What do I do it again?
You've gone from anger to sadness
and to acceptance.
Oh, you've accepted.
I've already accepted it. That's the thing.
All right.
I've gone through the stages of fandom so quick.
We'll get back to the NFL. But one more NFL thing. Shirley, we're going to do vibe checks here. Let's do a vibe check for Dolphins Bills tonight. As a Dolphins fan at home, -2.5. This game, by the way, is too good for Thursday Night Football. We should flex flex this game to Sunday. Give us a crap game on Thursday. But what is your take tonight? What is your vibe check for Miami?
Okay, so this has always been a matchup that drives me nuts because the Bills have taken advantage of mistakes by Miami time and time again. Doggone it, don't do it again to me this year. Vibe check, I'm at a 9.4 right now. Give me a 9.9 come kickoff.
I'm with you because the Dolphins are the team of the summer. Ever since they've had this group of guys together, this is when they shine. Now, weather gets a little colder; they start to fade a little bit.
We are a warm weather team,
but I love them tonight. I'll be riding with the Dolphins.
The only disappointing thing is Raheem Mostert will not play tonight due to a chest injury, so that does kind of hurt us a little bit. But I don't know. I just want to watch it. I want to see my good Dolphins. Don't give me my sucky Dolphins that I've dealt with for years on end. Give me some good Dolphins. And please, please, please beat the Bills so I don't have to hear the freaking Bills Mafia chirping in my ear for the rest of the week.
Are we going to see a lot of points scored tonight?
Please
say yes.
Steve said
I say yes.
Josh Allen goes off tonight. I could see that too. I think both teams could find themselves in the end zone quite a bit.
I got the over 48.
Okay. Hey, John.
I think that is fair.
Jeff Nadu would say attaboy because that number has gone up a little bit. So you got a good number on it.
Yep, got it at 48. Got Jeff Wilson Jr. first touchdown score because I believe A-Chain has also been kind of limited this week in practice. So I think Jeff Wilson has a big night. I actually added him on my fantasy team. I've got him my flex. So have a big night, Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson!
There's
score
not a
touchdown!
In Wilson, by the way.
Oh, our old Southern boy, John, says Wilson.
Wilson.
No, it's a long-running joke for anybody that, I went to school in Wilson.
What's funny?
There was always a T in there for the longest time.
My Yankee wife made fun of me for that.
What?
She's like, it's Wilson.
Yeah.
And so.
We don't even call it Wilson. We call it the Wide Awake.
If you know what I mean.
And the town that I'm from has a T, and I don't even pronounce it. It's Clinton.
Don't nobody say that.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They do?
From Clinton.
I guess I'm from Winterville.
Yeah.
No T.
Winterville.
There's no T in Farmville.
Farmville. Zach, you want to say something? No?
No?
There's a T in my town, and we say it.
That's what you wanted to say?
I didn't have anything to say, but I thought I'd say it.
Wait, where are you?
You have your phone like this, and you're on the microphone. You want to say something, do you?
I just wanted to get more involved in the conversation.
Well, come on in, bud.
Yeah.
I'm taking Arizona State 2.5 on the spread.
Woo!
Is it at 2.5 now?
All right,
no, it's at 1 to Texas State.
We were about to go to college football. I like how pumped you are, but hang on one second. All right, vibe check, ECU and App State?
6.8.
Okay. All right. Why?
This is a true test.
That's almost nice.
And just being 0-2 against Appalachian State the past 3 years, and not just losing to them, losing in dominating fashion. We finally get them at home for the first time since 2012.
Hey,
I do like that, so that might bump it up to a 7.2. But I don't like how Appalachian State has our number the past 2 meetings. And I'm not feeling good with the interceptions, with the turnovers, because if that happens this week, it's not going to turn out good for the Pirates.
So you're at a 6.8 currently. All right, fair enough. College football, Zach, I like this game tonight. Arizona State at Texas State. Big game for the Bobcats coming off a win over UTSA.
A
pounding. They got the Sun Devils at home, for those not paying attention. Week 1, Arizona State mollywops Wyoming. Week 2, they go up big early on Mississippi State. Bulldogs come back a little bit, but Arizona State gets the win. They're a pretty impressive 2-0 right now.
They are. And yet the line is at 1-2 Texas State.
And therefore you are
betting against that.
You are taking the Sun Devils.
Yeah, I did an alternative spread. I was like, I'm going to take them at -2.5.
Man,
get those better odds a little bit.
I love an alt spread, and for some reason I didn't think about it. I let a whole couple weeks of college football go by. Didn't think about it till Monday night, and I knew, I got it on record, that the Niners were going to crush the Jets. And so I had them at 3. I had them at 4. I had them at 6.5. Every which way possible. Give me the Niners. I love an alternate spread, though.
Make your own.
Because if you hit that, if you hit that for the positive, like where you're getting more money, you really feel like a genius.
You feel like you're cheating the books.
Yeah.
Also, Arizona State. Sorry, Chandler. Arizona State, one of 2 schools that has their football and other athletic programs that are currently in their seasons that are currently undefeated. So they're going to put that on.
Hip with Arizona State right now.
I will say that is only including the sports that we have.
Correct.
Because we are missing multiple fall sports.
Right.
Like men's soccer.
Yeah, so it's comparable sports.
Yeah. I'm including the club cross-country team, so I'm saying ECU is not undefeated.
Well, the actual cross-country team hasn't raced yet, actually. Never mind. I was going to say they haven't won their meets either, but they haven't raced yet.
Yeah, don't throw them under the bus.
Well, that's because theirs got rained out. It was supposed to be at
Take
home.
the L, dude.
Man. We played up. I don't know how many divisions you want to count that. We played up 5 divisions.
I had y'all alt spread.
Yep.
All right, we need to take a break. But we got
Look for points tonight in the Texas State game. 59.5 is the total. Texas State, 41.5 points per game. Sun Devils, 39 points per game.
Hey, look at Johnny Stats over here.
59.5. Take the over.
Who's this guy over here?
Hey, I'm just Johnny Stats. I'm Johnny Gambler. What are you doing here?
Can't take him anywhere.
We got huge news. Coach Mack is the smartest man in America.
True.
He was the only guy. So he one Tuesday on the show, he said the Pac-12 isn't dead. No, 24 hours later, every Pac-12 team left, but 2. Washington State, Oregon State. To which he replied the next week, still not dead. There's still 2 Pac-2 teams. Well, it has been revived. Coach Mack was right.
Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance. But not for the Pac-12.
Pac-12 is still alive. We'll talk about that.
That's nuts.
We'll talk to Zach Kaplan when we return. And we'll ask you if you're going to the Lenovo Center later on this year. You plan on going, Zach?
Lenovo Center.
All right, I guess not. But we'll find out if you are after this.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Pirate fans, your 2-0 East Carolina football team looks to stay undefeated when the Pirates take on in-state rival Appalachian State Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium for a 4 o'clock kickoff. The Pirates are off to their best start in 8 years behind a veteran defense and one of the fastest-paced offenses in the country. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today for as low as $70 each. Get there early and be loud as the Pirates take on the Mountaineers in Greenville Saturday at 4 o'clock.
Carolina Eagle is proud to partner with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to bring 4,704 cans of emergency drinking water to the local volunteer firefighters who help keep our community safe. This summer, Carolina Eagle wants to give a huge thank you to the Fountain Rural Fire Association for all that they do. At Carolina Eagle, they are proud to work with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to give back to the place we call home. Carolina Eagle Distributing, proudly serving Eastern North Carolina since 1989.
The Parks and Recreation Trust Fund has supported local recreation, North Carolina state parks, and coastal access through grant funding since 1994. This allows our beautiful state parks to maintain the quality that you've come to love. Enjoy all the outdoors has to offer, like hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. Visit ncparks.gov for the latest information and a calendar of events. Thank you, North Carolina, for your continued support for the last 30 years.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, barbershop quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Rhonda from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Emily McCarthy, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Attention Wings Over lovers. There's a new flavor that is sure to put you in a trance. Introducing the all-new Cajun Voodoo flavor. Try this blend of spices that collide in an explosion of flavor, combining cayenne, sugar, and a hint of magic today. Every bite leaves you craving more, as if entranced by some voodoo spell. And don't forget, Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. So try the new Cajun Voodoo today. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
What's up? This is Bryson Worrell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Copy Pro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a 6-figure income.
Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, welcome back into Pirate Radio Live here on a busy Thursday. A lot to get to, including Jeff Nadu, Adam Whitten, Holden Ahlers coming up on the show, as well as Greg Hudson. All right, Austin says, we hung with App State for most of the game last year with an atrocious offense at their place. They returned most of their offense. I'm at an 8.4 vibe check. I think we get them this year. William says, shout out to the Pirate Radio team. Looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend. All right, William, welcome in. Todd. Chandler, you know Todd.
Todd.
He says, taco night on a thirsty Thursday.
Todd?
Todd? Sir, you have not been introduced yet. Would you please refrain from speaking? That is the most difficult ask in the world. Asking this guy not to speak.
That's tough.
He is Zach Kaplan from WNCT Channel 9. Hello, Zach.
What an introduction. How are you, Clip?
Wearing the Touchdown Friday shirt.
Because it's Touchdown Friday on a Thursday. I'm leaving here, heading to Vanceboro. West Craven Eagles hosting the Havelock Rams.
Why these Thursdays? Why tonight?
There's a 20% chance of rain Friday, Clip.
Is that really the reason?
20% chance of moving those games up?
Our weather team says 20% tomorrow.
I don't want to crap.
Y'all are on our side.
I don't want to crap on these teams because they make money from the gate.
No, this one's ridiculous, but it is a standalone game. To their point, I wouldn't be going live. I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not going to be on High School Red Zone tomorrow night. It's a standalone game.
Well, we'll be on Touchdown Friday, but
Touchdown Friday.
So we will.
Who are they playing?
They're playing Havelock.
Oh, that's a big game.
So, two teams in Craven County that have been playing for a long time and don't think particularly like each other. So, should be good. Havelock's the number one team in our poll. West Craven just dropped out after they lost to New Bern. So, should be well attended, you would think now. I mean, stand alone, like we said.
Chandler, name a Pirate that played at West Craven.
That would be Justin Hardy.
All right. I'll go P. Bell.
Ooh.
Name a Pirate that went to Havelock.
Danny Webster.
I'm going to go Avery Jones.
Drew Dotter.
Yeah, that's another one.
Soon to be Jonathan Williams, their leading receiver, as a Pirate commit
from
Havelock.
For whatever reason, I've always said recruit Havelock because they are always dominant in high school football. But we have had some Havelock guys here, and it just hasn't worked out for whatever reason. And I don't have those names off the top of my head. But Avery Jones went to, North Carolina first before coming here. And he was a good player. And then he left again, right?
Go to Auburn.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He War Eagled. Well, why does that make sense?
To go to an SEC school from here?
Why?
Also depends which years was it.
I don't understand what you're saying.
If he came when they were 3-9, and he wanted to go play for a team that at least goes 7-6 every year, like Auburn does.
Why didn't he help us go to 4-8?
I had to ask him.
All right. Richard says, will our tight ends play a larger role against Appy?
I'd like to think so. I'd like to think they will find ways to get Casey Kelly more involved.
Week 1, again, was so different because everybody was eating. It's pretty easy to do against an FCS team. Week 2, they did run damn near 100 plays, so you would think you could get a little more tight end action, but a lot of running the ball. I do think we'll see some Casey Kelly. I want to see more Riles. That dude's an athlete.
Had the 2 touchdowns earlier, and then I think the other thing, right? All we've heard about is, hey, with the turnovers, which has been the talk all week, the last 2 weeks. If some of those checkdowns are there, maybe those are going to tight ends as well.
Pike says, Clipper, I'm watching on YouTube in North Myrtle Beach. I'm scheduled to close on my house in Greenville on October 10th. Let me know when I can co-host. Pike, I'm going to go ahead and schedule you in for October 32nd. Come on in.
You can't wait for that day. What a great day.
Day after Halloween.
You can co-host on that day. Well, the day after Halloween is November 1st. Quite a conundrum. I feel bad. Jamie is not a gambling guy. And I feel like he's resisted for a while
Until now.
And I feel like
I should feel bad.
Well, as the host of the show, it's my responsibility to tell you to shut up when you're giving out gambling advice that you know nothing about. So that's all on me. It comes back to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It starts at the top.
He is jumping in that for the over on Arizona State and Texas State. I believe in you, Chon. It's a lot of pressure, Chon.
What is that line?
I will not be the only one scolded on this program due to giving out terrible picks.
Scold? You mean to say scolded?
Scolded.
Okay.
John Moody.
Oh, John Moody's a listener.
Yeah.
He's not on this show.
He's a P1 listener. He's still a part of this program.
He was here before you were here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you one thing. He's catching strays.
Who's that?
John Moore. John Moody.
John Moody.
Not John Moore. Different John.
It is. A lot of Johns out there.
John Moody.
But only one John. Russ said, can I come in studio clip? Sure. We'll do a whole listener week. You come in on October 33rd. We'll see you then. Mark it on your calendar if you can find it.
You could do Listener Appreciation Week.
Russ said, also shout out to Clip for the massive
cojones. As Tyreek Hill would say.
Cojones. Asking John Gilbert about getting back on the PA.
Cojones.
You know, I thought about that. Maybe it took some cojones, but then again, maybe it's like how life should go. People having conversations face to face.
Be real. We had this conversation yesterday. Be real.
Rather than like typing on a message board or texting or throwing up cryptic stuff on Facebook. Like, I'm not saying who this person is, but I hate this person. And, doing that crap.
People down here struggle with it a lot more than where I'm from. I will say that.
Hey, and you're being real.
Zach's heel turn continuing as he is.
People in the South struggle with that.
He is calling out the people of Eastern North Carolina.
People got to keep it. People hate the face to face now.
Right? Yeah, they'd rather talk behind someone's back, right? You bring up a good point, Zach.
Maybe as
people like to
maybe after a year of living here, I'm starting to fall into it myself.
People like to make passing comments behind people's backs around here, but not your people. But people around here do that.
What do you mean, your people?
Interesting, Zach.
See, I at least owned it. I looked you in the eye and I said, and I explained why I said it, and I apologize for saying it.
You did.
On my honor as a gentleman. As I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith.
Yeah. Nick Castellanos hit a home run yesterday.
On 9/11.
That was like two. Speaking of betting, why didn't I bet that?
Yeah.
Who could have seen that coming? Everybody.
Want
to talk ECU App State?
Sure.
Why do people. I'd love to get Zach and Shirley involved in this as well, because they had the predictions that I was most like falling out of my chair over. Where are people getting 31-13 for this game? Like, and I know Zach is one of the most optimistic, purple and gold people, but how does 31-13 ECU play out?
Did I say that?
I said 27-10.
Even that one, I was a little like, whoa.
Yeah.
What did you say? Do you remember what you said, Zach?
I don't know if I gave a score. Were you talking about Monday at the Buck?
No, I'm talking about on the show.
Tuesday on the air.
Do you remember what I said?
No, I don't. What do you think you would have said? How about this? What do you think the score is going to be Saturday?
Okay, I all week long I've been telling myself I don't want to put a number out there, but I think until I was closer and ready. So I'll put a number out there now.
Okay. You know what? We did this. We did this month. It was Jarrett that was here, not Zach.
Yeah.
So to Zach's defense, you were not here when we did this. So you are wrong.
What is your score?
I'm going to keep it at 24-18 Pirates.
Let's see, that's like a little more.
That's reasonable?
We're back in the universe of like, that could actually happen. You're counting. If you think they win going away, they have to turn the ball over, in my opinion, 0 times. Fair to say? They cannot they've had now 4 and 3 turnovers in each of the first 2 games.
Interceptions.
Yes.
Because they had,
and a couple of fumbles they jumped on.
6 turnovers week 1. Was it only 4 last week with the picks?
Yes.
And they've had good fumble luck too, because there were 2 that were on the carpet last week that they recovered. So
Good sports term there.
Could have been worse. And I just do you really think they can go from 3 and 4 to 0?
It sounds like you want to call out Shirley Rhodes, so go right ahead. I'll step back.
No, but there were.
And Shirley's almost went to jail today, so go ahead and send her on.
It's not just Shirley. I swear there were commenters that also had 17-point wins.
Because they're optimistic. You know the answer to that. They're optimistic Pirate fans. We're 2-0. People are excited. People want to believe, Zach. That's where they get it from.
All right.
That's the simple answer.
I threw in my philosophy on my score prediction were centered around 3 things. One, being that the players at the beginning of the year, when we talked to them on media day, a lot of them have, the question was posed to them, what's the one game you're looking forward to? And quite a few of them said App State.
True.
They want this game. So that's the first thing. The second thing I based it on was the fact that our defense has been pretty stout. I mean, we have not given up quite I think the stat that I saw, what was it, yesterday or the day before, that the defense just for running is only allowing 1.6 yards on average. So there's that. And then the third thing is, and this is the probability one, if we can clean up some of the mistakes that we've made in the first 2 games, i.e. the interceptions, there were plenty of opportunities we could have, scored more points than we did last week against ODU. If we clean up those mistakes, it's going to be hard to stop our offense. So, really the only thing that's holding us back, because our special teams has done a phenomenal job the first 2 games.
As themselves.
Yeah. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. If we clean up those mistakes, I think a 27-10 score is a valid score.
Robert says 34-28 Pirates. Jamie says Pirates win 31-28 in overtime. Drew says we get a special teams, defensive, and offensive touchdown Saturday. Write it!
Gosh almighty.
I would love that.
I definitely agree with you on one. The challenge with point number 2 is it is in my opinion, it is such a step up in class for them defensively. Aguilar, one of definitely the top quarterback in the Sun Belt, maybe the top G5 and the top 5 G5 quarterbacks. And I think Roberts is too, the running back from Wallace Rose Hill, local guy. And I just think we've seen them feast on offenses that are going to end the year towards the bottom of the FCS and FBS respectively. And I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with Old Dominion. But Patrick says 30-20 Pirates. In-state games are always closer than people think. Got to cut down the turnovers. Interesting you would say that.
That's right on the line.
Because I think this game's going to be closer than you think. You're telling us these games are closer than people think, and I think the game's going to be closer than you think. Figure that out.
Ooh. The less you bet, the more you lose when you win.
I think we can give up 2 interceptions and still win. 2 turnovers and still win.
I agree, and that's how I see it. I think we get 2 picks. Down from 3, but still up from 0 to 1, where, they have to turn we all agree, only chance of blood is 0 turnovers from anybody. Fumbles, picks, muff kickoffs, doesn't matter. So it's the only chance they have of that. I think 1 turnover, close ECU win, 2 turnovers, it's a coin flip, 3+ app wins.
All right. I like can you make a chart with that?
Happy to do it.
I like that. Kenny's got a blowout 31-13. He says, be careful, Clip. You said you feel bad around who. He'll be in Jonathan's office during the break.
I read that comment too, and I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, I was going to ask you.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Who do you feel bad around? Let's call this out.
You feel bad around who.
Name redacted?
I don't know. Kenny, help me out. I don't know what you're talking about. Robert says, will App score more than 24? All right, let's do a little Vegas math here.
Yeah.
The line is App minus 1 or 2, right?
2.5.
Like I saw 2.5.
It's 2.5. Over under 60.5.
I don't like to see that. So let's say 2 or 3. Okay. So if the over under 60.5, how many points are they saying? So 30-28 would be 58. 31-28 would be 60. So they're saying App State will score a touchdown more, basically, than 24. Vegas is.
They have it as basically like a 31-29 game, if you will.
I have App scoring 24 on the dot. My earlier prediction this week, which was 24.
Now, what about,
I have 27.
dare I say, East Carolina?
I've added a field goal, Sean. I've gone from 24 to 20 App State to 24 to 23 App State.
Okay.
There's still 2 days left for the Pirates to score 2 more points. Can they get there in my head?
How many interceptions will be thrown by tomorrow?
Pardon me?
It's a joke.
In my head?
Yeah.
2.
That's not bad for 24 hours.
Conservatively. What if App State has 3+ turnovers? Yeah, PJ, think about that. What if App State gets lost on the way to the stadium and win by forfeit? Think about that.
If they accidentally pull off in Farmville instead of Greenville.
Earlier in the show, I said Russ was a weirdo, and this confirms it. He says, I'm more worried about our defense than offense.
Russ.
Can't go with you.
You always say, let's rage, and I'm about to rage.
Joey Aguilar went 18 for 41 last week. That's the App State QB.
Yeah,
18 for 41.
That's fine.
I think Jake Garcia would too, to be honest.
They played Clemson.
I think he would against Clemson as well.
I worry about App State's rush defense. I'll check their ETSU game. They let ETSU rush for 180 yards on them.
Zach is not worried at all.
But they want to. But that almost goes away from the Pirates' strength, which in theory is throwing the ball. When it's mistake free, their receiving core is the strength of this offense. Maybe. I think it is, to be honest. But
we have seen last week a Rajay takeover when the rushing or the passing can't get locked in.
Yeah, the 2 big runs. I just don't know if those lanes are going to be there this week.
I might go dummy, John.
I see App scoring 27. That's where I'm at.
You want me to go dummy?
Yeah.
Go dummy.
Let's hear you go dummy.
With a prediction. Because William said App has had Blake Harrell's number the last 2 times out. He will have the boys ready on Saturday. Believe that. And that just fired me up. I just had a flash go in my brain of like a West Virginia type performance where we just shut they ass down.
Yeah.
All Saturday.
Get after the quarterback early and often.
Give up like 6 points.
Yeah. Turnovers galore for App State.
Then you only got to score.
Aguilar is scared, throws one up, picked by Revel, picked by Gibson, picked by IBM. I'm ready for an IBM pick.
Russ, I'm with you. I understand. He said we haven't stopped App in the past 2 meetings. Look at the scores. I know. So I get what you're saying. You know what? I'll take back what I said about. Well, no, you're still weird, but that comment wasn't that weird.
Our defense had not 1, but 2 defensive touchdowns last year.
That is true. So, Russ, they're the only thing that kept that game close. William got me fired up, though, man.
Did he?
I'm thinking about a Pirate shutdown this weekend. Shut them down. Shut them down.
That would be awesome.
Here's the other thing.
That would be awesome.
Flying around.
You went dummy, and now you got me going dummy.
Are you going dummy?
I am dummy right now.
All right, here's the other question. Can I ask a question to the group?
No, we got to take a break.
Fine.
And I'm dummy right now.
But, Zach, I would love for you to hold on to that question.
I'll hold on to it.
All right. Like Wilson Phillips said, hold on. I know that there's pain. Hold on for one more day. Break free, break from the chains. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live after this.
Slow ruins everything. So why not pay less for fast? US Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
Regulators! Mount up!
Dank Burrito is coming to Greenville. Dank is your ticket to adventure in a tortilla. We combine bold flavors to make new kinds of burritos, tacos, and bowls, like honey truffle buffalo chicken or teriyaki shrimp. Once you're Dank, you'll never want the same boring burrito again. Dank Burrito is also the official burrito of the ECU Pirates, which we all know and love here in G Vegas. We're opening soon at 108 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Come join the Dank Burrito Mafia. Hope to see y'all soon.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
Fall into comfort with fantastic fall savings from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Transform your home this fall with some of our lowest prices of the season, plus 6 months special financing. Kick back, relax with beautiful motion furniture from Lazy Boy, Bassett, and Best at the guaranteed lowest price. Catch better Z's and save on a comfortable new Serta or Helix mattress with up to 48 months special financing. Cozy up and fall into comfort now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
The Holistic Company in downtown Greenville is a family-owned and operated business offering hemp-derived products such as tinctures, topicals, raw flour, skincare products, and more. They even have a drink menu including infused mocktails and frozen lemonade with a variety of flavors to choose from. At the Holistic Company, they pride themselves in offering true education about the hemp plant and its abundant benefits. So stop by 501 Evans Street, just a few doors down from Pirate Radio, to get informed and try the array of products today.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812, and go Pirates!
Pirate Radio. We work like captains.
And I'm your body captain. You are going to put on your dancing shoes and rock it.
And party like pirates. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. You can stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. And you can join them every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Jamie says, let's all go dummy. Alex said, y'all got me going dummy. If you missed it, we went dummy last segment.
Yeah. Dummy.
And this is crazy. Chandler.
Participation. You went dummy right there.
I don't know if this has ever happened before. So Monday, I had App State 24-20 beating East Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier this hour, 3 points got added for the Pirates, 24-23.
Okay.
After Williams' comment,
what a drastic change this is.
4 points just got subtracted from App State. Now I've got the Pirates winning 23-20. Just off that one comment. So if this doesn't, if I'm firing all you people up, and I shouldn't be, blame William. If I'm right,
it's all his fault.
And I know William really well. So
do you really?
I do.
How well?
Pretty darn well.
Do you know his shoe size?
12s.
You do know him well.
Yeah.
App was 2-4 on the road last year, says William. They don't have Noel.
I think it was Noel.
They don't have the speed at the skill positions. App is ripe for another beatdown this weekend. William, you got to stop, man.
I think the line moved off that.
You got to stop, dude. All right. Robert says App hasn't had a pick. It's harder to identify blitz from ODU's D than App. ECU pressed App's quarterback, caused INTs last year.
Fair.
All right.
They did do that.
Zach, you had a good performance during the break, which means nothing to our amazing audience. So let's recreate that conversation. You had a call out for Zach and his amigos.
It wasn't. See, he's one of the good ones, but I am calling out.
You're one of the good ones.
I am calling out the projected. I believe it's 48,000 in attendance this weekend. I have seen, and half the ECU games I've been here, they've been awful. So when that was the case, I understand leaving early. When they're playing an FCS team, I understand leaving early. If they come back out of the half and a third of Dowdy Ficklin is not there and people are like just, leaving, going places, like where do you have to go at 6 o'clock on a Saturday? Like they sell alcohol in the stadium. I mean, don't they let you back in anyway? Like I think they let you back in from tailgating. So like I want to, all I've been told about is, man, if the Pirates are good, like Dowdy Ficklin is on another level. I want to see it this weekend. I have not seen it yet. Again, I'm giving you a pass. They were terrible last year, and the first game was against an FCS team. But if it's not like, I want to see it on another level.
Yeah.
I think it can get there. But like, if you want to talk about it, you got to be about it.
There you go. You're tired of hearing about it. Let's see it.
Yeah.
What's the biggest game you've seen at Dowdy Fick? Was last year your first year?
Has there been one?
He hasn't seen one.
Because last year was your first year.
I did.
Right?
So last year was my first year. We're on, the sample size is small. We're on
Marshall
like
was
7.
electric.
It was the night game against SMU was my first game here.
Okay.
So
that was probably the best one we've had.
But I'm just saying, I've heard it's, when they're good, it's great. And I expect to see it Saturday.
Russ says, do the impression of Zach. Hey, Russ, we're not freaking zoo animals.
We're not. You're like, dance.
Ask
like,
nice.
If you say dance, I'm not going to dance.
Say, I really enjoy Chandler's impression. Would love to hear it. If you say, do the impression of Zach.
Do the impression.
Do the roar.
How about you do something? Entertain me.
Hey, I'm not going to do the impression. I've done it enough.
Yeah.
But I need y'all to hear this. And it's the video.
All right, what is this?
So, it's a video of, I believe, The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
And there's this guy talking,
Okay.
The Bachelor, I guess, but there's another guy that talks.
Okay.
And I want y'all to tell me who this guy sounds like.
All right, let's hear this from The Bachelor.
I mean, listen, I do respect that Sam came out here and said his piece. I don't know where his eyes really were. He's talking about eyes a lot, about Jen's eyes. He might have had eyes for Marie or Daisy before, and
Zach,
actually, I'm really glad you.
Were you on The Bachelor?
I don't.
That sounded just like you.
I don't bring it up much. I wish I looked like him. I don't bring it up much, but they did have me on for a little bit. Chris Harrison was like, "Hey man, like we need you," and I lasted a couple episodes, and then they threw me off.
Chad said, "Better not be that Shannon Sharp video." What are you talking about, Chad? I haven't.
Are you actually serious?
Are you kidding or
who?
You. Are you serious
What
about
you
not
talking
knowing
about,
about it?
Yeah.
Skip. What are you talking about, Skip?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shannon Sharp may have
was Loudon.
Oh boy!
You want to talk about what was the adjective you used? Getting What did you say before? Oh, getting dummy?
Oh, yeah.
He was getting dummy on IG
He
Live.
was getting dummy on Instagram Live doing something he definitely shouldn't have been broadcasting.
Yes, guys, I know what the Shannon Sharp video is about. I'm not going to listen.
Clip, are you sure?
But it wasn't him. Don't worry.
Wait, didn't he come out and say it was him?
It was him.
Okay, he claimed he was hacked, and then he claimed, I've never been on IG Live before. I don't know what IG Live is.
And then he's like, okay, it was me.
He said, Ocho, I'm so embarrassed.
That impression's better than any Zach impression.
He said,
Russ said, could you please do the impression? It makes me laugh. It's up to Chandler. I mean,
I'm just going to do this. I'm just not going to do it all the time because I feel like it just kind of gets outplayed a lot. So I'm just going to just be quiet.
Zach, what do you expect from Daddy Ficklin on Saturday?
They better show it. That's not what I'm going to say. I know last year y'all sucked and you want to leave, and that's fine. But if you say that you guys are an electric crowd, I want to see it this Saturday.
Do an impression of Zach at Sports Trivia when I don't feel good and,
oh my God.
and I screw a question up.
Hey, he totally blew this question. And I said, Zach, he's not feeling too good. Well, if he's not feeling good, then he just needs to get a guest host. Come on. I was like, good God, man, take it easy.
Zach, putting me through the ringer. Zach, thanks for hanging out, man.
Thank you. And that was unprovoked, and I shouldn't have done it. And guess what? I'll eat it. I'm going 27-21 App State. If I'm wrong, all right, we'll come back next week, and you get the right to make fun of me, all of you.
Okay.
I hope we're making fun of you.
We will watch.
I hope you are too.
Highlights of Wes Craven and Havelock tonight on WNTT Channel 9.
That's correct. And tomorrow with Brian Bailey, we got
Touchdown Friday. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you, guys.
We'll take a break. Big hour 2 on the way with a whole lot of guests, including Holden Ahlers, play-by-play voice of App State, Adam Whitten, and Jeff Nadu. The football talk rolls on after this.
Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gakwe, and our mission at Michaels & Gakwe is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gakwe are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, K-Ross Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us on 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At K-Ross Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared, sauna, cold plunge, and salt halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at krossfloats.com. K-Ross Floats and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. McGraw from Orthopedic East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedic East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless Store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Clip Rock here with you. Shirley Rhodes, Zach Lewis, Chandler Honeycutt. And joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line, former East Carolina quarterback, host of the Holden Naylor Show, co-host of the U.S. Sailor Fifth Quarter Call-In Show. He is Holden Naylor's joining us on Pirate Radio Live. Holt, how you doing today, man?
What's up, Clip, man? Doing good. Hope you are.
I am. Are you joining us live from a tunnel? Because we've been talking about tunnels a lot this week on Pirate Radio.
Yeah, I am, actually. So,
my question is, do you have more anxiety driving through a tunnel or driving on a bridge?
Oh, bridge for sure. 100%.
Yeah, okay. I'm the opposite. I don't like those tunnels. So I guess you're cool and just like you're standing in the pocket there when you're in a tunnel.
Yeah,
so.
I don't love heights. So heights kind of get to me. I've been skydiving. It was a really fun time, but I don't like driving on heights on a bridge.
All right. Well, remember all this when Holden finally gets on Survivor and we see some of the challenges and stuff.
Absolutely. Hey, I would suck it up for that show.
Yeah, no doubt. Hold App State week, which it's a big one. I tried to get Mike Houston to admit it. He wouldn't. He went with the next game's the most important game. Blake Harrell gave us a little more than that and talked about how important this game is to the players, to himself, to the fans as well. And I got to think, as a former player who lost to App State in 2021, we owe these guys a few, and you want to see your boys get the win this weekend, right?
Oh, 100%. Look, any in-state game is a big game, and obviously,
the tunnel got Holden
more than once. But yeah, man, I think it's a huge game for us. Whether Coach Houston wants to admit it or not, internally he knows how big of a game it is.
Yeah, and interested to see how much stock do you put into they're going to be mad coming into this game? Well, hell yeah, they got beat by Clemson pretty good, but does that matter at all, the mad factor, the coming off a loss factor? As a former player, how much stock should we put into stuff like that?
I think it does. I mean, if they have any heart at all, which they have a really good program, so I'd imagine they do, they're going to want to play better. Losing when you lose a game, that whole week is miserable the week before. You feel like you suck. And so you got to go out there and play it better. So there's definitely more motivation to go play better. Add it on, it's an in-state game. Add it on, you kind of got embarrassed at Clemson. So, I mean, yeah, I would take some stock into it for sure.
Okay, and then you got our perspective. If you're Elijah Morris, Deontay Johnson, Rajay, these older guys that, man, this team's beat us twice. So this is the chip on the shoulder bowl, I guess, when you look at all those factors.
100%. And look, there's only one top dog in the G5, especially in North Carolina. It's one of these two schools. I mean, I wouldn't even consider Charlotte until they get their program up. But, yeah, I mean, one of these two schools is probably going to have a chance to, at least be considered for that 12-team playoff. App State's loss doesn't help at all, but ECU certainly has a chance. So, yeah, I mean, it's a huge game for a lot of different aspects.
Look, I'm putting out weekly, my group of 5 kind of playoff games to watch, and then this one's on the list because it's a lot like a loser leaves town match. Now, either team could run the table after this, but for all intents and purposes, the loser of this game is behind the 8 ball when it comes to the playoff, not when it comes to obviously conference title, bowl game, that kind of stuff. But for the big carrot on the end of the stick, this is a huge football game coming up.
It 100% is. And I'll tell you another one too, man, is Texas State looks really good, and they play Arizona State this weekend. So that's another huge one. I think Texas State right now would be my favorite to make it of the G5 schools. But look, if ECU keeps winning, especially if they win this week, game day might be in Liberty next week for the G5. I mean, that might be the fight to be the G5 school. So, I mean, it's definitely a big game for us. You can't look too far ahead because, look, App State's a really good team. And, let's not get it confused. Clemson's a really good program. Yeah, they got embarrassed by Georgia, but it's Georgia. I mean, they're embarrassing everyone right now. So I wouldn't put too much into them losing, getting beat badly by Clemson. Look, it was a night game in Death Valley. There ain't many teams going to go out there and win that game.
Holden Ahlers joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Holden, I know you'll have your picks later in the week. You've been doing a pretty good job so far. Any games you're looking at, any teas you can give us here on a Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm looking, I was just looking at it before we got on the phone clip. I just landed in Boston, and I was just, looking at it, and the total is 60.5 right now for the game this weekend. And I don't think our defense, I just can't see our defense giving up that much. So leaning towards that, but also I'm going to do a little bit more research. There's a reason it's at 60.5 too, so got to check that out. And they did give up 66 last week to Clemson. So we'll see, man. Yeah, I gotta do a little bit more research, but yeah, I'm feeling good. 7-2, 2 weeks in, so we're winning money right now.
Well, hypothetically, Holden, at my sports book, I've got Jake Garcia over under 1.5 interceptions for Saturday. What side are you on?
Oh boy, well I'm gonna take under because I don't think the Pirates win if he throws more than one. But he's trending towards the opposite of that clip. So, hopefully we get it fixed this week.
No doubt. If the trend continues, he'll throw 5. I don't know if Mike Houston would allow him to do so, but that would be the 3, 4, 5 there. But, Holden, you did a great breakdown once again. That is the hottest new thing on the internet, on social media. So really enjoyed that, and you kind of broke it down. Love seeing the progression stuff and what the quarterback's looking at and not looking at, and it's pretty fascinating. But after breaking it down, how many of the 4 interceptions were on solely Garcia and how many were on other factors?
Well, this is a quarterback in me talking. The interceptions are never solely just on the quarterback.
There you go.
But, no, I mean, yeah, it just, I don't want to say, a certain number, but there was, like the first one he could have thrown a touchdown on. Instead, he forced it on his third read. He could have got to his fourth. He definitely had time to do so. But look, and I can sit here talking, and from someone who's been in that situation, I understand it a little bit more. But at the same time, unless you're in that, in his body, in his cleats, going through it yourself, you don't know what he's seeing. And I can sit here and watch it on film and say what I would have done or what should have been done. But until we're out there, I mean, it's tough to sit here and say shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm just doing my best on the film, which I've had a lot of fun with. I'm glad it's been successful because it keeps me in the game. But yeah, I mean, I can. I wasn't in this JDB offense, but I understand ball and I understand concepts and, conceptual awareness and defensive spacing. So it's been fun, man. I'm glad people like it.
You came up today in the press conference. I don't know if your name was specifically said, but Mike Houston talked about a quarterback he had here that would throw a few picks early, but by the end of his time here at East Carolina, did not make those mistakes. And he brought that up in the same sentence and paragraph about Jake Garcia, who is old and mature, but does not have a ton of game reps and game experience. So he's still learning on the job a little bit, and there is something to that, right?
100%, yeah. But, me playing my freshman year, my sophomore year, I don't think is the same when I'm, 18, 19. I don't know how old he is, but he's been in the program for a while. And but, yeah, at the same time, he hasn't started, as a program leader and stuff. So I get some of that. I had a chance to talk to Coach Houston about, that and the app game and just kind of how the season's going so far. And he's in a good space. Look, I mean, they're 2-0, whether, the quarterback's playing good or not, which, we see the potential. At least I see it on film. I don't know if fans are seeing it just because they might be overlooked with the interceptions, but he has a ton of potential. So if he cleans up the interceptions, I mean, I'd be really excited about the future of this, offense and this team, because we know the defense is going to go out there and play really well.
My favorite part of the film breakdown, by the way, you were talking about how Anthony Smith is a dog. We got to get him the football, and you're speaking very nonchalant, casually. You're going through the play, and you say, put your hand down, just run your route. So that was referencing, I guess, Anthony Smith that beat his man, throws his arm up like he's Randy Moss, and says, give me the ball. I guess as a quarterback, you don't like that? Is that kind of not showing you up, but you're just not a fan of it?
I'm just not a fan of it. Look, it slows you down. There ain't no track runner running the hand up. So that's how I've always been coaching. That's probably Coach Houston rubbing off on me within 4 years, and him coaching me up on it and hearing him coach the receivers up on it.
That was awesome. Put your arm down, run your route. Holden Ahlers, check out the film review each and every week at Holden Ahlers Show on social media and other places as well. Holt, NFL Week 1. How about Caleb Williams? He doesn't throw for 100 yards. The Bears don't score an offensive touchdown, yet they win. Jaden Daniels, 2 rushing touchdowns. Didn't matter. Washington got spanked by Tampa. Bo Nix loses in his debut. Not a great day for the rookie QBs.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but Caleb Williams somehow won. Kind of wild.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. But yeah, man, NFL's weird, and that's why I don't really bet on it. Just because being in it, it's hard. Thank you. Have a nice day. It's kind of hard. Sorry, I was getting out my Uber.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to bet on NFL, man. I mean, all the the talent's all so close. So I stay away from it for the most part. But yeah, Caleb Williams won, man. He's got the potential, but he certainly didn't look the best on Sunday.
And we don't want to give up on a guy after a year or after 1 week, but do you have anything good to say for Panthers fans out there about Bryce Young and that offense?
I mean, I know their coach is a good guy. I know the scheme's good, so something's going on there. I mean, I don't know if it's, obviously it's week 1, so you got to see, but if it stays like that week 2, I couldn't see him, starting much longer.
Holden Naylor's joining us. Holden Naylor Show dropping on Thursday. I got the need for Sneed. Tyler Sneed, his old teammate, going to join him on the show. Looking forward to that chat. Holt, you were able to talk to him yesterday, right? So what can we expect from that?
Oh, Sneed's awesome, man. We just talked about old times. We got into the nitty gritty. We talked about times when me, him, and Blake sat together, and CJ a little bit too, and we're like, dude, we got to transfer. We don't know if we can win here. So we talked about some of those stories and talked about we were glad we stayed and all that. But look, losing sucks. And I think, we kind of got into some cool stories about that. So it was a good one, man. I miss him a lot.
Looking forward to that. Holden, thanks for joining us. We'll see you Saturday night on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show.
Let's go. See you, Clip.
All right, there is. Holden Ahlers joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. We'll see Holt, Kate Norman, and all of you and your phone calls after the game Saturday night on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. All right, when we return, my chat with Adam Whitten, App State play-by-play voice. We'll have that for you when we return on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We made it through Tuesday and Wednesday. It's game day again. We got football on tonight, college and pro. Exciting times. We'll preview Saturday's game after this.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we are stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear,
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
The best place to go before hitting the water is Pirate Waters Outfitters in Washington. This is Captain Bo Brooks, and at Pirate Waters Outfitters is the store with the clothing you need to enjoy the outdoors. Shop the best outdoor brands like Duck Camp, Marshwear, AFCO, and Foul Weather Gear by Grundon. Enhance your on-the-water fun with a turtle box speaker, a pair of Bahio sunglasses, or Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Water Outfitters on Market Street in downtown Washington, right next door to Breaking Bread, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/FTBall. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at NFL.com/terms.
This is Coach Gary Overton, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines have added a new early morning flight that is available now. You can book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the pirates fly. And Saturdays are for Pirate Traditions and Beer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live, hour number 2. Still got Nadu, still got Coach Hud joining us on the show, our Fleet Feet Rundown. Bruce Lee on Facebook.
Be like water.
Sad note, longtime local Daily Reflector sports editor, writer, columnist for 40 years, Woody Peel, passed away.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that is a name synonymous with sports here in the area. Died at the age of 86. So a name I certainly grew up on around these parts. So sad to hear that news. Thank you for passing that along, Bruce. All right. William says, love hearing from Holton, someone who has been in the fires, knows how these players think, and tells it how it is. Tell it like it is. It's kind of the theme of the week, John. Be real.
That is exactly the theme of the week. Be real.
And will the Pirates be real on the field on Saturday?
We'll find out coming up 6 o'clock on Saturday. 4 o'clock, excuse me.
Well, we'll know around 6.
6 o'clock, yeah.
When adjustments are starting to be made?
Yeah.
That's a good point by you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just trying to be real.
Pre-game coverage begins noon here on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. We'll be with you after the game, U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Let's get an advanced moving and storage opponent preview with the play-by-play voice of the Appalachian State Mountaineers, Adam Whitten. Had a chance to talk to Adam yesterday, and you will be hearing this for the first time right now. Here's myself and Adam Whitten. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live on our advanced moving and storage opponent preview, the play-by-play voice of the Appalachian State Mountaineers, Adam Whitten, joining us. Adam, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, looking forward to a big one coming up this Saturday, East Carolina and Appalachian State. Anticipating a big crowd, a lot of purple, obviously, but I think some black and gold will be there as well. A lot of folks from Boone and around the state coming here supporting App State on Saturday, Adam.
Yeah, we're expecting it. You know, it's been a while since our program has been to Greenville. They know how much this game means. I mean, like ECU, App's a program that travels really well. We had about 5,000 people at the Clemson game last Saturday, but I don't know what the number will be just yet for Greenville, but we certainly hope however many people are in attendance, it goes a little bit better than it did at Clemson.
Yeah, Adam, that Clemson game did not go the way we thought from the outside. I got to imagine folks on your end as well thought that would be much more competitive, and just kind of looking from afar, it looked like it got out of hand pretty early, right?
Yeah, it did. I mean, 35-0 at the end of the first quarter. So it got out of hand in a big way. It's not something that we're used to. It hasn't really happened that often in the history of our program. But, yeah, Clemson came in with a lot to prove. Not only that they were better than the team that showed up against Georgia and Atlanta in week 1, but that they also had a quarterback that was pretty good too. There were a lot of people that were down on Cade Klubnik, and I think they were very intentional about saying, okay, well, let's show you guys what our quarterback can do. But App's defense just had a really hard time against the deep passing game. And once they started stretching the field, I mean, you watching a football, you know that if you can stretch the field vertically like Clemson did, it opens up so much more. And then as the game wore on, they just started picking apart the middle of the field. They could pretty much throw the ball almost anywhere they wanted to once they were starting to get burned on those deep post routes. So, yeah, just all around a really difficult night, especially for the defense on Saturday.
Adam Whitten joining us. A lot of different ways to look at this game. We can talk about what have you done for me lately? East Carolina 2-0, but no trips to Death Valley. And that 2-0 for ECU did pick up a road win against ODU. And you can also look at the 2 previous meetings where App State has really bullied East Carolina. So I guess we'll go with those 2, Adam. How about the previous 2 meetings? East Carolina has seemed to be outmanned in those games in the trenches, and that is concerning. We got a very veteran, both D-line and O-line. The D-line, the strength of this East Carolina team. So from a Pirates perspective, hopefully they can look a lot better in the trenches. But how about what do you kind of take away from the last two meetings of this series, and will that have anything to do with this Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to bring the 2021 game into the equation because these teams are so much different from 2021. But going off of last year's game, turnovers played a huge part in that game. And ECU fans know how turnovers have been a story for that team in the first two games, even though they've been able to win the first two games. But, App had 3 interceptions last year. ECU had 2 defensive touchdowns in that game. I don't know that App would necessarily dominate the line of scrimmage, especially against ECU's defense. ECU's had a really good defense last year, and they still do this year. Like, it's going to be tough up front against this team. And App has run the ball fairly inconsistently through the first couple of games, but the good thing is that the offensive line play, believe it or not, because of the final score, was actually kind of a bright spot in the way they played against Clemson. They protected Joey Aguilar pretty well. They started running the ball pretty well as the game went along. You don't get to run the ball as much as you want when you're down 35-0 at the end of one, but offensive line actually did okay. So, if the offensive line can play and especially pass protect the way that they have during the first 2 games, then App State's offense has a chance to do some good things. But yeah, their defense is going to be tested up front because they could not get any pressure against Cade Klubnik, and that's why they got beat on so many explosive plays. And so, Jake Garcia has been prone to throw interceptions so far, and but if you let him sit back there with a clean pocket, that the chances of him turning the ball over goes way, way down. So I think that's what I learned from last year's game, is that turnovers play a big factor in a game like this. And App's still looking for its first defensive takeaway of the season. So I don't anticipate this game being much different in that turnovers could play a big role in it.
Yeah, we went into the ODU game and on our pregame show talking about turnovers were going to be the key today. And then we went out and threw 4 interceptions and won. So right now, I'm kind of hoping ECU does turn it over 4 or 5 times. That usually leads to victories. It's been a wacky start to the season from that regard. Adam, how about a couple of names and numbers to keep an eye on the offensive side? Who are the playmakers that Pirate fans need to kind of put a check beside going into the game?
Yeah, I mean, there's a handful of guys that they recall from last year, particularly the quarterback and Joey Aguilar. He had a really good game. He threw one really bad pick six in that game, but outside of that, he was still pretty good against the Pirates. So he's back at quarterback. The guy I think at running back to watch out for is probably the guy who played the best in what was a very tough night at Clemson, and that's number 1, Anderson Castle. He came into the season at the number 2 running back, but he's been running the ball as good as anybody on that team. And he could see a lot more carries in a game like this because Castle is a very hard runner, and he's very difficult to bring down on first contact. And so I would keep an eye out for him. And then App's top 3 receivers are extremely talented and very veteran. Christian Horn and Caden Robinson are now coming in as third-year starters. Christian Horn's a 2-time captain. And Mekhi Jackson, number 15, the wide receiver, has really come on because those other 2 guys get so much attention. Mekhi Jackson has become a playmaker for this team through the first couple of games. So those are a few names and numbers to be looking at when Saturday rolls around for the offense.
Adam Whitten joining us. Adam, I made a statement that for the first time maybe in my life, I was looking forward to the college football season more than the NFL season. Part of that is being a Commanders fan and just knowing we're not going to be good, although I'm excited about Jaden Daniels. But it had to do with, heck, the video game coming out, and I'm playing video games like I'm a young guy, a kid again. It had to do with all the talk we've done leading up to the season, but I think the big thing probably is the playoff and the expanded playoff, and it makes games like ECU App State even more important. You've got the state rivalry part of it. You've got, hey, we want to win and go to a bowl part of it, but it almost feels like a group of 5 loser leave town match, elimination game almost. So I don't know if I'm putting too many eggs into that basket, but every week I kind of make my group of 5 playoff games to watch because these teams are jockeying for that top spot. You obviously got to win your conference, but you got to be the highest ranked team. So it does add a lot to games like this, doesn't it, Adam?
Absolutely, and not just for these two teams, but for these two conferences in the Sun Belt and the American, because at the end of the season, the College Football Playoff Committee is going to look at 5 teams out of these leagues, the 5 conference champions, and they're going to start to try to figure out, well, which team's the best. And it's going to come down to how good is your conference, and the strength of the conference has a lot to do with these inter-conference games, like Sun Belt versus American or Sun Belt versus Mountain West. App's going to play a game against Liberty in a couple of weeks, a team that ran the table last year out of Conference USA. And so, yeah, if the champion of the Sun Belt or the champion of the American wants to be the team that goes to the college football playoff, they've got to be in the strongest of those 5 conferences, or they have to have the strongest resume. And notching a non-conference win against another, could it be a team that's another fellow conference champion? I don't know. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. But absolutely, that's why games like these, on top of it being so important, because it's the only game that these two teams play against an opponent from the state of North Carolina this year. And so that means a lot on its own. But then when you throw everything you just mentioned related to the playoff into the mix, this is a really important game.
Adam Whitten joining us. And Adam, we don't take these games and these Saturdays for granted. And pretty cool start to the season for you. You get a home game, you get a trip to Death Valley, and you get what is probably the most anticipated home game on ECU schedule. So another great college football Saturday environment. You don't get this everywhere. There's a lot of places that don't take their football seriously. So got to be cool for you. Adds a little more energy to the broadcast, I would think.
I'm excited. I've been doing games at App State since 2016, which means I've never done a game at ECU. So, I did the game in Charlotte in 21 and the game last year in Boone. But we haven't been to Greenville since 2012, I believe. And I was not at that game. So this will be I've been to a game at Dowdy Ficklin before, but not for an App State ECU game. So this will be my first trip for one of these. We know how passionate the ECU fan base is. We know what kind of an atmosphere it is there at Dowdy Ficklin. And so this is just going to be the thing that you look at and you're like, this is what college football is supposed to be about, right?
Yeah.
When we went to Kenan Stadium last year and played in Chapel Hill, when ECU does the same thing, or they go to Carter Finley in Raleigh, you look at that and you say, this is an incredible atmosphere because it's two passionate fan bases that are in close proximity to one another and they overlap in a lot of territories. And that's what college football is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be kind of a regional to its core. And so that's why I think both fan bases are so excited for this one. And, we've got one more game to play in this series in 2 years in Greenville, but I hope it's going to continue past that because this game makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no doubt. Adam Whitten joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Adam, enjoy your weekend. Have a great call, and should be a fun one, man. And we'll do it again down the road. But thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, and look forward to hopefully seeing you all on Saturday.
Play-by-play voice of the Appalachian State Mountaineers, Adam Whitten, with a look at the enemy on our advanced moving and storage opponent preview. Let's take a break. We'll come back and have more for you. Jeff Nadu, we've got a good one in the NFL and a bit of an under-the-radar good one in college football tonight. We'll talk about those matchups. Couple of games this Friday night in college football. We'll get Nadu's favorite play for Saturday and talk a little NFL as well. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big
and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is tailgating season, and there's no better way to tailgate than pulling up in a Ram 1500 or 2500. And we have a huge selection of Ram trucks here. You can save up to $10,000 off Ram 1500s and 2500s. We also have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, budget-friendly, from $599 and up. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
I love it.
Pirate Radio.
I'm glued all day.
Pirate Radio.
Listen to me, rocks, baby.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $2.99, and on Thursdays is half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Chris Floyd says, staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. And with arms wide open, today is where your book begins.
The rest is unwritten.
Thank you, Chris. TD Tutty taking it to the house, whatever you call a touchdown. They matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Take Jeff Wilson tonight?
I had Jeff Wilson.
What is it? Plus
700.
Plus 700. Lines and odds are subject to change. But if you're ready to do a touchdown dance of your own, score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the number one place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms. Let's talk some NFL now, and some college football, and some East Carolina App State with Jeff Nadu. He joins us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Nadu, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Hey, doing good, Jeff. The Pirates are 2-0. You know what? Let's start there. You are 2-0. Betting ECU games this year with the under. And, Jeff, that has been a big discussion this week because last time I looked, the total was 60.5 for East Carolina and Appalachian State. At this point, do you just roll with the unders till it gets you wrong, or do you try to find that spot to take an over to break the little streak going for ECU here?
No, I actually like the over a little bit here myself. The problem is this one has been bet up. You're betting the worst number at this price, so for me it's a no bet. But yeah, I kind of had this first at 30 wins. Appalachian State has made it clear to me they're going to be a probable over team this year. I mean, they got destroyed last week offensively by Clemson, a group who really should never put up 700 yards. I don't know if they could do that against any other team in Division I. That was about as impressive as you can get offensively. And look, ECU, I think if they can clean the turnovers up, I think they're able to put more points on the board. The two teams they played in weeks 1 and 2 are not generally high-scoring teams. Old Dominion generally plays in the 20s. App State's going to kind of shoot it out with you. We've seen them over the years, even with groups like North Carolina, and groups like that. They've gone high. I think this is a first of 35 wins.
And, Jeff, East Carolina has gone from a team last year that was, man, if we could just put something together offensively, we could win these games. Now it looks like if we could just not turn the ball over, we could win these games rather easily than having to, get a defensive stop at the end of the game. So we're definitely seeing progress on the offensive side. You're just kind of waiting for them to put it all together. 7 interceptions for Jake Garcia leads the country, Jeff, and the Pirates are 2-0. Interestingly enough, Aiden Childs has 5 interceptions for Michigan State, tied for second in the country. They're 2-0 as well, so try to figure that out. But one of these days, the turnovers are going to catch up with the Pirates.
Well, yeah, and I think, it's concerning when you're throwing 3 interceptions against Norfolk State. But you look at last year's game between these two groups, and we know how, pedestrian ECU was last year offensively. I mean, 43-28, so a very high-scoring game. But, yeah, I think if you can cut the turnovers down, I think Mike Houston probably looks at that and says, if we could just do that, we'll maybe be okay.
Any thoughts, Jeff? No play or anything, but who wins this game on Saturday? You got a prediction?
Well, look, at the end of the day, I still will lean App State. I think they're a very good Sun Belt team.
Yeah.
I picked them to win this conference. Obviously, last week was stepping up the competition, but App State does have a good quarterback in Joey Aguilar, a guy who's much less likely to turn the ball over. They've got some kids that can really run the ball. I mean, look, they had over 5 yards of play last week. I mean, they had 7 penalties, though. I mean, you can't turn the ball over by fumbling. It's just it's things that can't happen. And throw in the fact that Aguilar didn't throw either interception. It was backups. So it was in garbage time. So, yeah, I lean App State. I would expect a bounce back, but a decent G5 matchup here on Saturday.
And, Jeff, I may be overstating it, but with the access to the playoff, I am really putting these Group of 5 games under the magnifying glass, and that's I come up with my Group of 5 games to watch every week when it comes to the playoff. And we got one tonight, a resume builder potentially for Texas State. They host Arizona State. First of all, on the Sun Devils side, I was against them week 1. My thought, without doing much research at all, was Arizona State's been down. Wyoming, a respectable, I guess, Mountain West team. They're an underdog. Let's take the Cowboys. Arizona State blew them out. Week 2, Arizona State gets a big on Mississippi State. Little rally by the Bulldogs, but that's a pretty decent 2-0 Arizona State has going into this game. And then Texas State, really impressive last week, hammering UTSA. So how about these Bobcats, Jeff, hosting Arizona State tonight? Looks like the line has flipped, and Texas State now a slight favorite.
Yeah, these are two of the most impressive teams that no one's really talking about. I mean, Arizona State's looked really good against two pretty good teams in weeks 1 and 2. I mean, but Mississippi State isn't anything to write home about, but they're an SEC team. I mean, they blew out Wyoming last week, who generally is very good as well defensively. Texas State, they've done their thing. This number, as you alluded to, is all over the place. I've seen books at Arizona State -1. I also see a book at Arizona State +1.5. I see pick'ems. I mean, this number's all over the place. This is the biggest game in San Marcos, Texas, probably ever. I think a lot of people think G.J. Kinney, the coach at Texas State's on the move. He's had a really good offense there the last couple of years. Both these teams have made it clear they can score the football. I don't know if you know anything about San Marcos. I've actually been there once when traveling to Texas. Football is all they have there, and this is a big game on a Thursday night. You get a Big 12 team coming in. I think it's a complete flip. I would lean with the home team, though. I just think they have a little bit more offensively, but Arizona State's been really impressive, really at every level. Defense may win here tonight. I can't call it. Tough game. I lean under if I had to bet anything.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, let's hit a couple of Friday games. Arizona State, as you say, has been impressive through 2 weeks. Arizona has been the opposite, and I've kind of jumped on them late night after ECU games just to throw some of my winnings on, and they kind of messed around week 1 with New Mexico. Week 2, they went 22-10 against Northern Arizona. And I don't know if they're just bored and ready for a big game, but they're going to have a tougher opponent coming up this week in Manhattan against Kansas State on Friday night. K-State was in a war with Tulane last week. That one went back and forth. K-State wins it at the end. Kansas State, a 7-point favorite. I mean, Arizona, should they even have that number beside their name right now? I don't know what to think about the Wildcats so far.
Well, I just don't think they particularly had much care for that game last week. They were going to win that game, and they had, I think, a look ahead to this one in the Little Apple on Friday night. Look, at the end of the day, here's what we know about Arizona. They're going to move the ball. They have the top receiver in the country, in my opinion. Fafita's a guy who can ball. We know they can move the ball. My issue is, defensively for Arizona. They gave up 211 yards to New Mexico. I thought at times Northern Arizona moved the ball. And K-State has one of the best rushing attacks in the country so far through a couple of games, and with DJ Giddens and Dylan Edwards, the Colorado transfer. Avery Johnson, a guy who can also run the ball, a dual-threat quarterback, more of a running quarterback. They really struggled K-State last week against Tulane's pass offense. Tulane was able to move the ball. I think this is a higher scoring game if I had to call it. I'd also lean on the dog here. There's 7.5s out there. I think this game either way is probably 34-28, 35-30, something like that. I lean the dog here.
Jeff Nadu joining us. One more Friday game, Jeff. UNLV, Kansas. Add this one to the group of 5 games to watch. A win in Kansas City, where this game is, would be a huge win on the resume for the 2-0 Rebels. Kansas coming off a loss to Illinois. Feels like a good bounce back spot for Kansas, but can the Rebs go in there and put up a fight?
Well, they absolutely can. I think my problem here is, and I think this number is telling you all you need to know, this reminds me a lot of Tennessee, NC State last week. A lot of people thought, well, bounce back, NC State will bounce back. UNLV's played well, but they haven't played anybody really. Houston's not great. And Kansas is off a loss, as you said. The problem with Kansas is they don't look like the same offense without Andy Koltanicki, their old offensive coordinator. It seems like Jaden Daniels is struggling a little bit. They haven't been able to run the ball real effectively. This game last year was 49-36. UNLV playing in a little revenge. I also, again, when you look at UNLV, I don't know what their quarterback is. Matthew Sluka, he hasn't had to throw the ball at all. I don't know if their passing attack's good enough. I don't know, man. These are 2 tough games. I want to lean with both dogs, but this game is screaming take Kansas. I think a lot of people will back the dog here, and this will be like, I don't know, 31-21 or something.
We'll catch up with Nadu Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and talk more Saturday action. But, Jeff, last Thursday you gave us a rocking chair winner in Army, went down to FAU and pretty much dominated that football game. So anything you've got highlighted for the weekend that you're already in on?
Yeah, I like Mississippi State minus 11.5 against Toledo. I think a lot of people will look at this and say, wow, that looks like a great spot for the G5 team to hang around. And Mississippi State's not great. This is not a vintage Toledo team. This group struggled at times last week, and if not for a kick six and some other things that went their way, they would have struggled mightily against a bad UMass team. UMass kind of did a pretty good job against their offense, even though they scored 38 points. Duquesne moved the ball against Toledo. This is not your vintage Toledo defense. I don't like their quarterback at all, Tucker Gleason, just a guy who's not very accurate. Now you got to step up, go on the road, and take on a Mississippi State defense. A Mississippi State defense who still has great athletes. Blake Shapen's a guy who can move the ball, former quarterback at Baylor. Something tells me this is like a 17-point win, 38-21, something like that. I think Toledo maybe hangs for a quarter or two, but I think SEC talent kind of overshadows this year. And I've talked about it, taking G5 teams like the MAC teams against SEC, Big 10, Big 12, probably not a good idea. I like Mississippi State here a little bit.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, your favorite NFL play of the week hit. It was a lot closer than it should have been because it looked like the Cardinals were going to win that game in Buffalo, but Josh Allen and the Bills turn it on late. They win by 6, but if you had the 6.5, you were sitting pretty there with the Cardinals. Your Panthers pick didn't go so well. Good grief, man. That was brutal. The whole talk about the Panthers was, and I remember Brian North, TV guy here, joined me Friday, and he said, look, here's what I can say. It's not going to look worse than it did last year. False. It did. Just crazy. It's only 1 week, but Panthers fans should be pretty concerned, I would say, Jeff.
Yeah, I kind of gave, I thought, Dave Canales coming in there, I thought would help them considerably. But, look, I think my thought on Bryce Young is correct. He's just not very good. I don't think they're really good at any level. But, hey, I know now.
Yeah.
And that. But as far as this week, I like the Dallas Cowboys minus 6 against the Saints. I think the Saints are a fraud. Look, they beat the Panthers, as we just talked about. It was more of what the Panthers did. This is a bad Panther team. And the Saints, look, I don't think Derek Carr is going to do what he did against this really good defensive group in the Cowboys. Micah Parsons looked like the old school Micah Parsons. That offense, everybody's happy. Everybody's been paid. Zeke Elliott looked good. Anything under a touchdown, I like the Cowboys. I think they win by double digits.
On top of that, Jeff, look at that, and it's a new year, yeah, but look at what Dallas did last year at home. They were dominant at home, blowing out teams. So that's the first thing I saw on the board too. Cowboys less than a touchdown at home. Go ahead and take it. I think they once again are going to be a good regular season team. They're going to dominate at home, and then we'll see what happens in the playoffs. Big one tonight, man. This is too good for a Thursday night. Bills, Dolphins. Both of these teams lucky to be 1-0, by the way, having to come back late in their games. Miami is a 2.5 point home favorite, total in the upper 40s. Jeff, any action on tonight, or any if you had to play something tonight, where would you go?
But by the way, just to put into perspective what we just talked about, the Cowboys won every game last year at home by a touchdown or more, and every one but one of them by 2 touchdowns or more. So, I mean, they were very good. As far as tonight, I like the Dolphins. The Bills were solid in week 1. Josh Allen looked good, without, let's just say a top-level receiver. But that said, I mean, the Cardinals moved the ball. I mean, they should have covered, and they did. They were up by a sizable margin. Josh Allen had to fight back. You're not going to have that, I think, convenience tonight against a really good offense in Miami. We know they're going to move the ball. I think this Bills defense sucks. They don't have Matt Milano. I don't think they're what we kind of expect from them to be over the last couple of years. Again, I can see a shootout here. I mean, both these teams aren't particularly good on defense. I'm not a big Thursday night guy. I don't bet it very often, and this number's actually come down total-wise. But as far as the side, anything under 3, I lean Miami. There's 2.5s across the board, so that's a great play. You look at 75% of the bets are on Buffalo, but like almost 60% of the actual money is on the Dolphins, which signifies that strong, sharper action is on the Dolphins.
Good stuff, Nadu. Jeff, I have ordered, I'm going to say somewhere between 25 and 40 chicken cheesesteaks from Jersey Mike's in my life. I saw you do a video. I've never gone with the Chipotle chicken cheesesteak. I've always just done the regular chicken cheesesteak because it never does me wrong. The thing I love about Jersey Mike's, like, it's one of the most consistent places you can go to. It always tastes the same, and I really appreciate that. But I saw you reviewing a sub the other night, so I thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, well, it's been a topic of contention. I look good Chipotle. I'm more of like a Buffalo kind of guy. I'll throw like hot sauce on it or whatever, but listen, as a guy who lives in the Philly area, I have no issue getting good sandwiches. Jersey Mike's is very good, very fresh. It's one of those. I don't eat chain restaurants. I don't eat fast food. I can't say I've ever had something like. I've never eaten Burger King in my life. I've never had Chick-fil-A. I've never eaten any of this stuff. So as far as that, I'm not a fast food kind of guy, but Jersey Mike's is very good.
Have you? I know you tweeted about Chick-fil-A a few weeks ago. Have you gone to Chick-fil-A yet?
No, and the reason I haven't is I just, once I lost weight, Clip, sugar just screws with me bad, and like food like that. I mean, I remember when I used to eat McDonald's, it made me feel terrible. It's been a decade since I've eaten McDonald's, but I got to do it here once. Just eat a bite or two, just to try it.
Go with like a 4-piece nugget kids meal or something, just because all the chicken there, the nugget or the sandwich, it all has that seasoning or whatever. It's really good, Jeff. You need to try it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I mean, I've heard good things about it, so I'm going to do it maybe next week.
Nadu, good talking with you, man. We'll see if we can track you down Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and talk more football with you, man.
I'll be there.
Looking forward to the Bud Light pregame tailgate kicking off noon on Saturday. 4 hours of pregame coverage taking you up to East Carolina and Appalachian State. We're with you after the game on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show with the QBs, Holton Ahlers and Cade Norman. We'll take a break, come back. When we return, Coach Hud is back. He joins us in the Pirate Radio studios. We got Greg Hudson, a lot of football to talk about. Back with you after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown & Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at DavidPriceConstruction.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked
This
up.
is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. A 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. 5th Street serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. Follow 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room on Instagram for the latest events and specials. 5th Street, right beside the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we got Shirley Rhodes here, intern Zach, intern Christian. Chon is Garcon.
More water.
That was easy. Presenting Greg Hudson with his game day water.
Pellegrino.
Coach Hud is back. What's up, Coach?
Back from the road.
How's the Hudson clan?
Man, being a grandpa is really cool. I mean, I just stare at the kid, and I talk to him because that's about the educational level I'm on as I get older. So we have great conversations.
But he doesn't talk back. Y'all are in sync.
He's looking and I'm like, I understand every word.
Yeah, I got you.
So that's been great, and seeing Garrett and Casey, and then going down to that insane asylum in College Station. That was a blast. That was, for me, it was being a fan, being a parent, and being part of college football, and seeing some friends that I haven't seen, either I played with, and guys from A&M that coach that I know, and it was just a hell of a trip.
What is your plan for this Saturday?
I'm going to be here in purple.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I might even go to Free Boot Friday, which I've never done.
Oh, nice. Cool. The whole experience.
Yeah.
It'll be the first one.
I mean, I might be there 5 minutes, but I'll check it out.
I think, do we have to start with the Golden Domers since they were the biggest story in a bad way,
yeah,
week 2?
Just bring it. I'll take it all. Bring it on.
Man, Northern Illinois. By the way, their coach has been on every show that I consume this week, and I love that dude.
He should be. He's great. Their athletic director's really good AD, and that guy knows what he's doing. And of course, he was under the guidance of Barry Alvarez for a while, so it doesn't surprise me.
So we've had 2 weeks in a row where a double-digit underdog has won outright. It happened to Virginia Tech week 1 when they lost to Vandy, but this
called
one,
it.
Obviously way more shocking. You didn't call this one.
No, nobody called this one.
How do you begin to explain what happened to Notre Dame? How'd they lose this game?
8 explosive plays for 170 or 186 yards that the defense allowed, which shocked me. Would never have thought that. If you win explosive plays, you win. And that didn't happen, which was uncharacteristic of that defense.
You know, you like to talk about explosive plays? Rick Smith.
Mm-hmm. Well,
in the run game and in the pass game.
I'm just going to tell you, Greg. I'm just going to tell you. That's why we have an eraser. So we can stop those. You need an eraser. And he's
okay,
right.
There's the defensive side.
Then
offense didn't hold up their end of the bargain.
No, there's, when there's smoke, there's fire, or I don't know. I don't think there is, but the offensive line's going to be a work in progress every week, and they're going to get better. You never give up on an offensive line because those kids got nowhere else to go. And the next thing you do after you can't play offensive line is become a security guard or something. You're a big guy. And, I don't know what's going on with the QB, but you need reps. You need reps, and you need reps. And I just backtracked it in my own thought, and I went, well, how much time did he miss at Duke? I believe he's missed some practice time because of a second deal that he had done, and there's some rust, and you've got to see it at full speed. And they did run him a few times at A&M, which surprised me, because I even said to Marcus, and we were texting, I said I thought I saw Paul Horning out there with the 2 guys pulling, and a run to like Lombardi said, there's a crease here and a crease there, but you got to be able to run the ball to win a game, and you got to be able to throw it effectively. So,
well, we were watching the A&M Notre Dame game, and Holton Ahlers was here, and he said he wasn't a huge Riley Leonard fan, but I said I love him running the ball. I guess that's the problem, though. You get banged up that way, and he has an injury history.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to throw it. He's going to at some point.
Yeah, and he is. Have you ever seen that kid play basketball? He was a college basketball recruit, and when I met him at Duke, I didn't realize he was as tall and as big as he is. So, And maybe the ankle's not 100%. He didn't have a brace. I mean, that's me as a coach. First thing I'm looking is he coming out with a brace on still? But they wouldn't put him out there if they didn't think he was at or near 100%. And the mentality of a football unit. First of all, Coach also told us the length of a football team's, the life of a football team is 1 year.
Now more than ever.
It's always been that. And, people just don't know. Once that year's over, everything is different. You could be in a completely different offense, defense, plus you were always bringing in 25 guys new. Now you're bringing in 50. So now you're bringing in a bunch of strangers, and you've got to get them to play for each other fast, in a hurry. That requires one-on-one motivating and talking to. You fire a unit up, you fire a team up, you motivate the individual. And that's probably something that a head coach has to do more than ever, is keep getting to those kids individually.
Do you put any, because you can look around the country and see examples of this working positively, but Notre Dame has had a different starter that they have brought in via the portal. This is 3 in 3 years, right?
Yeah.
I want to say. Like
2 for 2, I know. I don't remember what was.
Who was before?
Kid left, didn't he? Went down to
Hartman.
Alabama.
I thought they had a guy before Hartman they brought in, but I might be wrong. Anyway, do you obviously need to recruit high school quarterbacks and have them in your program, or can you be successful just swapping out the top guy every year if you have enough around him?
It depends on what successful is. Now, if we're sitting here having this conversation and the record's 12-1, you might say something different. But I'm not surprised that with the gelling of what it takes a team to gel and to become a unit and playing for each other, that the month of September is going to be could be really different. And we're going to see more teams that we are shocked that they lose, and it's because of variables that we haven't dealt with before.
Makes things exciting. You don't know what's going to happen week to week.
You don't. And the other thing is, I didn't know this until I was told it, that when the NFL season started last week, there was not a Notre Dame quarterback on a roster.
On a roster? Wow.
I didn't know that. Now, I'm assuming that's accurate, but that's what I was told.
Hartman might be a practice squatter. I don't know who else, like Deshaun Kaiser. I don't think he's in the league anymore. That sounds pretty right to me.
I mean, and then you start working backwards and you go, who's been their best quarterback of long time?
Who's the guy with the guns? Brady Quinn. Maybe he's lifting weights somewhere.
Brady was a hell of a college player. He is. He was. Man, that guy was. His shadow was good looking. That guy. That guy was a specimen. He still is probably a specimen.
Another thing too, Shirley, and I think Notre Dame's probably got some good guys on their team, but you don't win with turds, Coach Hudd.
No.
That is something that
you don't win with turds.
No.
A smart man said that a long time ago.
Turds are for punch bowls.
You don't. I don't know why that pop. You were saying something today, and I was like, wait a minute.
When did that shoot out of my mouth?
I don't know, but you don't win with turds. Look who you're sitting with today.
Loser.
2 turds. Other stories from week 2. Here's door number 1 is Texas is the real deal and a top 2 team in the country. Door number 2 is Michigan is toast and Harbaugh left a sinking ship. Which one do you walk in? Which one's more accurate out of those 2? Texas is the real deal. Michigan's toast. I mean, you can walk in both, I guess.
I'm going in them both.
Really?
I don't know. Defensively, I don't know how much Wink's playing. I worked with Wink at Cincinnati, and he's a good coach. I don't know how much man he's playing. It looked like they were scheming him up in some of the man, and that's what they're used to playing mostly on Sundays. I don't know how good their offense is going to be. They had back-to-back years where they won the Joe Moore Award, and then last year they didn't win it, but they still played for the national championship. Now, a lot of those kids in that whole genre, that period of time, are gone.
Well, you're talking Michigan? Well, last year, win it or not, they won by just pounding you in the run game into submission.
And they didn't win the award.
Yeah.
Ironically, the award.
You say Pac-12 team, right?
Washington won.
Washington.
So I was like, man, when that matchup came to to pass. I was like, man, Michigan's going to be licking their chops.
That's a good point.
They're looking at Harbaugh saying, don't you dare pass the ball. Run it. And so, yeah, I was really impressed with the execution of Texas. That was the closest. It looked like a little bit like the teams that Sark had as a coordinator that one year specifically when they won it at Alabama, but when they were really smoking hot with Leinart and the crew, they just were a machine, and that's what they look like. And then you put them in those uniforms and watch out, man, they are big.
Zach, you're a big soccer guy, right? What is there a soccer match annually, El Clasico? Or what is that? Is that something?
El Clasico is the matchup between Barcelona and Madrid.
All right. Do you know what?
Twice a year.
Do you know what they call the rivalry game between Iowa State and Iowa?
I do.
You want to say it? You won't get in trouble. Yeah.
El Asico.
El Asico is the nickname for that.
Well, I and sent a good luck text to the D coordinator at Iowa State, John Haycock, who I worked with at Purdue, and he was the head coach at Youngstown. The guy knows football. He's a great defensive coach, great guy, and he thought they had a chance to, I'm sure they were worried about the sudden surge of points that Iowa put up the first week.
Yeah.
Would they score 60?
Yeah, they had like three midway through the second quarter and then put up a boatload.
And they put up a month worth of last year's scoring.
And they were up 13-0 at the half, Iowa was. And for Iowa, that's almost like being up 24-0, the way they played defense.
Your chances of winning are low.
Yeah. So that's a great win for the Cyclones.
That was big. And they've done it over and over again. That game is a big game in that state, obviously. But Iowa State is wrecked some parties for Iowa.
Let's talk a little East Carolina and Appalachian State. Pirates knocking off Old Dominion. Coach Hutt, East Carolina's defense, you'll like this, has allowed 17 points in 2 weeks.
It's great.
You can live with that.
Hell yeah.
Getting the job done on the defensive side. Shirley, can we hear a little Blake Harrell from earlier this week as we talked to him? He was at the podium. Let's hear part one from Wednesday.
9/11, I think Coach Houston hit on in a practice there. Just never forget. And I think back about 23 years ago where I was actually in an English class, and I heard some people across the room talking about a plane hit a tower, and I was kind of confused, thought maybe I was up in the mountains of Western Carolina, thought maybe a small plane had hit one of the towers up there in the mountains. And then the teacher dismissed class, got back to the dorm room, and saw the news on the television there. And most of our players, we had very few of our players that were even born then. But just always keeping those that we lost that day in our prayers and our thoughts. Horrific event that kind of brought our country together, and just thankful for the people that continue to fight for this country and make this what I consider the greatest country in the world. So I think we always got to take time out to realize that we always think about football or think about our job or think about our own personal lives, but we got to take time out to be thankful for what we have in this country and what we have each and every day and how blessed we are. So I just kind of want to start with that.
Coach, going back to the ODU game, how happy with your defensive situation for football in that final drive, tackling them down and keeping contained everything?
Yeah, the final drive, the fourth and 10 down there at the 9-yard line, you want to go get them right there and end the game right there, but at the same time, if you make a mistake and they go 90 yards, it probably ends the game for you too. So you just kind of want to keep the ball in front of you. The smart play there is, drop 8 and keep the ball in front of you, keep the clock moving because they got 90 yards to go. They got to get a touchdown, and the clock's running against them. So I thought we did a really good job. Kids didn't panic. We even made some substitutions in there, got a new package in there, package that we hadn't got in there all game, our NASCAR package. And just the guys did a really good job of getting after the quarterback, and knowing the situation, understanding, what we've repped in practice 1,000 times. I mean, we've been through 2-minute drill. And the good thing, those kids that were on the field, they're not the first time going through that situation. They've been through it 100 times in practice. They're older kids, they're older players, they don't panic, and they were ready to go win the game for us.
How dangerous is a team like App State coming here after getting crushed down in Death Valley when they come in? Because they're better than they played at Clemson.
Yeah, the App State team you see on film from last week is not going to be the same one that shows up here at 4 o'clock on Saturday. I promise you that. Their coaching staff, I have the utmost respect for those guys and the job they've done up there. They've certainly got off our tail the last 2 times we played them. and I expect them to be ready to go on Saturday. So, they'll be prepared. I know that, and as coaches said, and our players, Eli said it yesterday, we got to focus on us and make sure we're prepared and we're ready to go play our best ball. And if we do that, for Saturday, it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a heck of a game.
There's some of Blake Harrell's comments. We'll have more of those on this show. He talks to App State there. Before that was referencing the end of the game. Basically, East Carolina's offense gets the ball. I said it live while we were on YouTube. I said, hey, can we get a first down, ice this baby, and go home? Of course, that answer was no. We run the ball 3 times and punt and say, defense, go bail us out one more time. The defense got it done. Now, Chandler, you, myself, Holton, we were all talking about it at the time. They sent a little pressure downs 1 through 3, and then on 4th down, they sat back.
Yeah, it was they sat back. They only brought 3 guys, and I think they brought the pressure. That wasn't the drive they had back-to-back sacks, but they brought pressure and forced ODU's quarterback to have to either throw it out of bounds or throw a bad throw. Then it's 4th and 10. They went prevent, and then it was like an easy 10-yard pickup.
I can almost see it in Blake Harrell's face when he's talking about it, like, man, I really want to send pressure there. But you give up a big play there. Coach Hudd, you know it as a coordinator. What's that like? He was right. Yeah.
And it's not prevent and set back. I mean, those guys all have roles in each individual play. And when you drop 8, you don't drop 8 to the end zone. They have X number of yards and feet you actually dealing with and width.
Knowing where the sticks are.
Ask Rick. And you want to make sure you're not watching the play. That's something that happens a la Notre Dame last year against Ohio State. That game came down to that last drive. Well, the play before the winning play was the problem.
Yeah.
The safety was watching. He wasn't doing exactly what he was supposed to. So the defense gets lulled to sleep a little bit because they're watching it instead of completely executing the little details on that defense. And breaking, I mean, you're dropping that many, your eyes are where they're supposed to be. And if you have an eye violation, you're a fool. They should be hawking that ball. And that's the way it goes.
We say a lot of terms like prevent, and Coach Hudd gets angry at that. How do you like the term or the phrase bend but don't break? You're okay with that?
Yeah,
okay, good.
Because we did that, and Rick's told you and I've told you, passing yard total, the number of yards you pass for is about the 8th or 9th out of 10 things that help you win a football game. Pass efficiency defense is where you stop a team. I guarantee you, Case Keenum would have rather thrown for 220 yards and have the ring instead of throwing for 500 and having 5 turnovers. And our guys were yelling. I mean, they were saying they'd throw that little 8-yard hitch in front, and our guys would go. They were yelling it. That's not going to beat us. I wanted them to say that. We're yelling it. That ain't going to beat us.
Yeah.
Just get him on the ground, wrap him up. Because then as they move the ball, mathematically speaking, everybody's an analytic person now. We were already doing that. The offense is going to screw up. You don't see a lot of +8 drives.
Right.
We're like, just wait, pick, thanks, go score.
And I bring up bend but don't break last week. I don't even know if this qualifies. I usually say bend but don't break when a team maybe gets in the red zone, settles for 3, or turns it over. ODU was crossing the 50. What did they have, Chandler? Was it like 6, 7, 8 punts across the 50?
Yeah.
Where they'd get to about midfield, and ECU said that's enough.
All right, that's
done.
it. We gave you
Just
enough.
count the play numbers.
Yeah.
How many plays did they run before those punts? When you see it and it gets past 6, 7, 8, you're like, hang in there. Don't. I would write on the top of my call sheet, don't F this up. That was for that situation. All of a sudden you get sneaking towards the 50-yard line. Now as a coordinator, you're thinking as soon as they cross this 50-yard line with a first down and it's sort of a big emotional play, what are they going to do? They're going to check your oil and they're going deep. So that's coming. So you just hang in there. Then you can play the deep ball, go after them, something like that. But it's cat and mouse, and you got to know the situation.
We will take a break. When we come back, look at some of the box score from last year's App State meeting. Also, my conversation with Elijah Morris from earlier this week. East Carolina, Appalachian State coming up Saturday. 2-0 Pirates taking on the 1-1 Mountaineers. More with Greg Hudson when we return after this.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Mow like a pro with Hustler zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly. There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the Game Day Pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the Game Day Pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
This is Parker Bird from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater, and it's open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near the Cracker Barrel. Catch a movie on Greenville's largest screen in the Elite Theater or take advantage of great deals such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays. Get your movie tickets today at gtcinemas.com. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style at Golden Ticket Cinemas. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Expansion. TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Tyreek Hill, first touchdown, plus 600 tonight. Lines and odds are subject to change. Are you ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. And get a month of NFL Plus Premium only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanthegame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus premium terms at NFL.com/terms. Tonight, you got this game's too good for Thursday night. We need to move this to Sunday, Coach. We got the Dolphins and Bills.
Really?
Good NFC East matchup. I want to show Coach.
Texas State, who they playing?
Texas State, Arizona State is a good college game tonight.
Now, isn't that in Texas?
It's in San Marcos.
I think when I looked at it, I was like, how'd that happen?
Yeah, why are they going there? They are, yeah.
You know, Texas State popped up in my head today, ironically, and it wasn't for that game. It was when I read the developments in the Pac-2.
Oh, yeah.
Now the
We haven't really
Pac-6.
talked about that, yeah.
With that, but everybody's first name, their last name is State. It's Boise State, Colorado Fresno State, San Diego State. So I started thinking
Washington State, Oregon State already there.
Yeah, and I was like, I started working my way east from California, and the first thing I thought of was that conference definitely wants a presence in the state of Texas nowadays with the way recruiting in the portal is.
Texas State.
So Texas State.
How about
doesn't sound real sexy for the Pac, whatever you're going to become. Pick a number. I guess it'll stay 10 just for name.
Well, it used to be the Pac-10, right? Back in the day.
Pac-10, Pac-12.
How about East Carolina State?
Whatever you got to do at this point.
If they said if you change your name, you can get in.
Then they should change their name, and we'll run you over in the parking lot to get to the next game. Listen to me like I'm part of it.
I saw a Tulane fan. Somebody said Tulane should turn down the Pac-12, and somebody quote tweeted that and said, somebody's on the Titanic. I think I'm going to wait for the next raft. I'm not going to jump on this one. There might be a better one. You got to get out while the getting's good was his point.
A lot of those rafts have been put out for you, and people have just let them go by. I mean, Cincinnati's lucky. They almost blew it, and were to get into the Big 12, but that's going to be a stretch for them. That basketball league is nasty.
Oh yeah.
They're going to have to get the portal cranked up and get about $2.5 million.
Dude, I'm loving the football right now, but Big 12 basketball, adding Arizona, and that's going to be fun.
There was a mumble about UConn.
Yeah, that's right. There was. Coach Hud, real quick.
Yeah.
I want to go back-to-back questions with you that I asked at trivia last night.
Thanks for the heads up on the questions, by the way. Go ahead.
What do you mean?
You're going to stump me on something. I think you're going to get me.
Oh.
Thanks for the warning.
All right, well, I don't know if you'll get this one, but you should get the next one. So yesterday was this guy's birthday. Happy birthday to this 222 career hitter who is now a baseball analyst on ESPN.
That's Eduardo Perez.
Correct, Eduardo Perez. Eduardo is the son of Tony Perez.
The big doggy that they never should have traded to the Montreal Expos.
7-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champion for the not that question.
For the Miami
Tony Perez played for the
Reds.
Yeah.
The Phillies when they
name 3 members other than Tony Perez that were part of the Big Red Machine. You can name more than 3 if you'd like.
I'll give you the starting lineup.
Right.
Perez at first, Morgan at second, Dave Concepcion, who should be in the Hall of Fame, at short, Pete Rose at third after he moved from left field where George Foster took over, Cesar Geronimo, number 28, I think, in the outfield, or 26. And then, forgotten but was a thumper, great player, is Ken Griffey Sr. in right field. Some guy was a decent catcher. Johnny Bench was behind the plate. And Gary Nolan, Freddie Norman, and the relief guy was Raleigh Eastwick, who I think was the first winner of the Gillette Relief Player of the Year, I think.
Chandler, I can't guarantee I'll ask
Need more?
big red machine questions every week, but if I do, I think I know a guy you
You want
might
some
want to
backup?
Phone a friend.
Some guys.
No, I'm good.
Ed Armbruster.
All right, name the AAA team, smart ass.
At that time, I believe at that time it was Indianapolis. Now it's Louisville or Columbus.
The Bats? Who are the Bats?
Louisville.
That's Louisville, right?
Yeah, because of the Louisville Slugger. There you go.
All right, Coach Hud. Let's Shirley, can we hear my chat with Elijah Morris? Now this is
when with turds
for pregame. Do you have that loaded? Because I did not tell you to load that clip with Elijah. You do have it. All right. Well, let's hear it right now. Elijah Morris.
Be 2-0. I know some things.
No. It'll say Elijah Morris for pregame. I did not tell you to load it. So if you could load that real quick.
Take a lap.
That's on me. That's
Up
me.
downs.
Look, Shirley's had a big week. She got Greg Hudson's phone number and texted him, and she was terrified. She faced her fears. She jumped in the snake pit. It's
like Fear Factor.
Where she's going?
Everywhere, it sounds like, all over the damn world.
Going on a UConn basketball tour.
The barnstorming or whatever they call it.
Barnstorm, yeah. That's how they used
Could you
to pay-
imagine?
that's how they used to pay the players.
Could you imagine Shirley on Fear Factor? They're putting people in like bins with snakes, bugs, and then it's like
they open the door and it's Greg Hudson.
Or they give her a phone and say, "Call Greg Hudson right now."
Oh, good.
Oh, Lord. Okay, here it is. I got it. I got it. By the way, if Paige Beckers can go on a side quest all summer long, I can go.
Boom.
So that's what I'll say.
We're going.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here with Pirate defensive lineman Elijah Morris. Elijah, 2-0. That just sounds good. I just like saying 2-0. You want to keep it 3-0, 4-0, keep it going. But how about the start of the season so far?
Hey, it's been – you can't ask for a better start. Obviously, 2 back-to-back wins, great wins, a home win and a great road win. But, you just want to keep stacking them. So this week, 1-0.
17 points allowed through 2 weeks. That's stellar. I know Coach Harrell's a perfectionist, so you are as well, and your teammates. It's got to be great to win, but no, you still have some stuff you can clean up, right?
Yeah, that's the great thing about it. We've got 2 wins, but the corrections, I mean, we make a couple changes here and there, or we execute better. I mean, it's right there. I mean, we're this close to putting it all together, and that's what we're really trying to work on this week is the execution piece, the discipline. And us as older players, we just got to hold our team accountable for that. So,
been a lot of quick changes of possession with some turnovers, things like that. But it seems like you welcome any challenge on the defensive side of the ball. So, what's it like when you're on the sidelines expecting to get another extra breath or two, but hey, it's a turnover, you got to go back out there? What's that like?
It's kind of like a little motto that we put together in the defensive room. 1 is BDN, best defense in the nation, and 2 is stand by to get some. And we got that from Shep and a couple videos from Navy SEALs and stuff. Is just always being prepared.
Yeah.
Like stand by to get some. That's the mentality we approach it with every game. And every time we step on the field, that's the mentality. So.
And then you get to close it out this past Saturday. They put you back on the field one more time. You guys get it done and able to get the walk-off win. That's got to feel good too, right?
Oh, it was great, especially a walk-off win in an enemy environment. I mean, you can't beat that. And, big shout-out to Pirate Nation coming out there and painting their whole sideline purple. So.
And it's going to be rowdy this week. They want to see this team beat App State. I know you want to see that as well. I don't know about you personally, Elijah, but there was some chatter about, this game is circled this offseason. I heard that from some guys. How important is this one for you?
It's important because it's the next game. We don't want to make the game bigger than what it is. We want to keep that happy medium mentality, but we're just taking it 1-0 this week. We want to keep stacking them, and, it's great playing an in-state rivalry like this, but end of the day, just another in the game. Next one.
Yeah, Elijah's been around too long. He's not going to give any bulletin board material. So that I tried.
That was that almost had a Bull Durham feel to it, just one day at a time. He had a little Nukalush going, but I sat with him at the luncheon, and great kid, and he's right. That's the mentality they got to have. I'll say it for him. It's a big-ass game. I mean, yeah. That's why they don't, it wasn't circled, just to make sure they knew what date the game was. It's big.
Mike Houston wouldn't say much of that. Blake Harrell kind of came out and said,
I'm telling
this is a big one.
This is a big game. And, you asked him about the turnovers. And how many they had?
4 interceptions last Saturday.
Yeah. And the week before?
Week before, 6 total, 3 picks.
Yeah, I know what they're saying when those happen.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh, I can't say that on here. No, but when the kids come off the field near the end of the game, that last drive, like he was talking about, if it was mathematically numerical that we could still have to go back out, I was still telling the defense, great job, sit down, we're going back out.
Right.
And it got to the point where they would sit down, I would go, great job, and every kid say, we're going back out. And that's the mindset you had to have.
There have been a lot of examples, Coach Hudd, of premature celebration on the sidelines in games. And I think that's a great thing to do. As long as the time says it's possible, have them ready to go. That's
the baseball in me, because you got a big lead and you put one bat in the bag that they're carried in. No. You're done.
Yeah. Look, we do that as fans and bettors. You turn the channel because you think it's over.
You leave.
Done. Yeah, you can't do that. You got to stay locked in. I did that with Syracuse and Boston College the other day. Was it Syracuse, Boston College? Yeah.
Man.
And Syracuse almost blew it.
Who won that game?
Cuse at home.
Close?
It shouldn't have been. But they scored a touchdown, got an onside kick, and got the ball back again.
Who beat BC BC won the first week?
BC beat the Noles.
Yeah, that's right.
Every team that beats Florida State goes in the top 25 for some reason. And it's going to happen again this week if Memphis beats them.
Where are they in the coaches poll? Or has there even been a coaches poll yet?
Who? Florida State's not in any poll.
No.
BC?
The rankings. I don't look at the other poll. If it's a coaches poll, I'll look at it. But.
Interesting. All right, coaches poll. Well, BC's out now because they got beat by Syracuse.
Yeah.
They are receiving votes. They're receiving more votes than Syracuse. I hate polls. Why is Notre Dame ranked ahead of Northern Illinois?
They also are doing the. Here's the thing. You guys all. The old bitch was, well, we can complain was, well, really, we're a better team, and we beat this team, we beat this team. Then they put the variables in, and we're going to do strength of schedule, and everybody's still mad. Then they talk about a kid gets injured. Well, they're still the best team. No, they're not. Their best player's gone. Everybody wanted all these variables, and it's happened, and still can't get it right. But it is, if you look who's played for the championships, even all the way back when the BCS first started, they pretty much got it right. And last year, they got it right except for one thing. They should have had Georgia still in it.
So not Florida State.
They weren't. They shouldn't have been in it. They weren't.
Okay.
I mean, Kenyon Martin, they weren't the number one seed after Kenyon Martin got hurt.
What a reference. We're going back that far?
Well,
we're going college basketball, Kenyon Martin
player.
Out for the year?
You see it in other sports, nobody says anything. In football, everybody.
So Greg Hudson's on the committee. He's putting Cincinnati 34-2 at a 4 seed because Kenyon Martin got hurt.
Second.
No, I'm saying where would you put him?
Where would I put him?
Yeah,
second. That's what they were. They were not first anymore.
Right.
So because he got hurt, they were not first.
I'm asking you, would you drop him down even further because they're not going to win without Kenyon Martin?
Only because I was in the building when watching them practice.
He was a bad man.
Man, that broke their hearts too. You got to take into the emotional swing.
So when I say Steve Logan here, we think of a football coach. You hear Steve Logan, do you think of a Cincinnati guard? Was that in your time?
Yeah, but I know who he is, but no.
You still think
Steve
of the
Logan,
football Steve Logan? Let's take a break. We'll come back. Fleet Feet Rundown, more with Coach Hudd, more random sports names, all of it. Back with you after this.
Yeah, you never know.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
You want a sub made the authentic Jersey way? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want a radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a talking dog that only talks about Jersey Mike's. My owner says, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Get me an authentic Jersey sub." He says, "That's all you ever think about." And I say, "No. I also think about teaching myself to drive the Jersey Mike's, but until I figure that out, you're all I have." Woof, woof. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. Experience the ultimate movie magic with their Elite experience. The Elite Theater has the largest screen in Greenville, state-of-the-art 4K laser projection, immersive Dolby Atmos sound, and heated luxury recliners. And coming soon, Eastern North Carolina's only IMAX theater. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Save Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Valova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Carson Wissenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar MediSpa's annual Fall into Beauty event is kicking off officially on September 16th, and it runs through October 4th. And they've teamed up with Halo Home for a Girls Night In event on September 12th. And they will give you an even earlier access to their Fall into Beauty sale while you shop and admire all of the beautiful things at Halo Home. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. They're open 7 days a week with live music every night. Coming up on Friday night is the Eli Craig Band. On Saturday is the R.T. Johnson Band. Ladies, you get in free all weekend long. And they have all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day as well. Kick off the day at the Buck with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss any of the action. And you can stick around for the weekly jersey giveaway that starts at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
If you go to the Buck, you might see local celebrity Chandler Honeycutt. Rumor he might be there tonight watching some football.
Oh, yeah. Who's that?
Some radio
exactly.
guy. Some talking head. Luckily, he wasn't around when you were coaching here.
Is that?
I was around. I was just in the stands, and I was like 8, 9 years old.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
You got any pictures with Greg Hudson? You got pictures with players?
I got pictures with his players.
Yeah.
None with and his head coach.
Greg Hudson would not take pictures with kids. He was so intimidating. I'm kidding. Relax.
You got flicked in the forehead. Everybody else had
Who, me?
You probably looked like a little punk.
I didn't say anything.
Snot running down your nose.
Snot nose punk.
Food on your lips.
Sean, are you going out in public to watch the Panthers again?
Yes.
Man.
Hey, where'd you say you're going to be?
Because I'm tough.
The Buccaneer Music Hall.
The Buck.
The
When
Buck.
are you going to be there?
I'll probably be there tonight, and then Sunday.
What are you doing there tonight?
Watching football.
Oh, okay.
It's a great place to watch football.
You going?
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
How's the food?
They got Singo.
Got food?
There's no food.
No food, but they'll have a food truck tonight.
Listen.
Tucci's.
Can I sneak some food in?
You can.
Maybe I'll come down there.
Yeah.
You say yeah because you know I'll buy.
Yeah. As he has before.
Chandler likes this idea.
Rest in peace, AJ's. He actually did buy me a beverage at AJ's.
Before the mystery shutdown.
Yeah.
When is it? What? I think that'd be like a great pirate radio sports bar.
Oh.
Huh? Let's get some.
We've discussed this.
Let's get some investors.
That would be cool.
Wes could be the general manager in charge of finance.
We do.
We did talk about this. We talked about our menu and what we would have there. Yeah.
Oh,
we do Pirate Radio Live there once a week.
Would be a walking heart attack menu. Diabetes would be alive and
the
well.
Quadruple bacon cheeseburger.
I have no idea.
Something strange here.
There's something strange here.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're not going to have your plant-based cookies, Coach Hud.
Why not?
Because we need real fattening
There's
foods.
sugar in them.
There's
a little bit. You got to wear Birkenstocks when you eat them.
Whoa, Joey. Don't say that on the radio. All right. Fleet Feet Rundown brought to you by Fleet Feet. Hey, Alex Harper's here. Alex, tell us about our friends at Fleet Feet.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
All right, Coach Hud asked during the break, hey, what's the big game this weekend? What are the marquee matchups? Let's run down the slate for this college football week 3. And a couple games Friday night that have potential to be good. UNLV and Kansas. Be a great basketball game in 1991.
Ooh.
But that is going to be a pretty good football game as well. UNLV 2-0. Kansas coming off a loss to Illinois last week. Arizona.
They got thumped on a great job by the head coach at Illinois. He called out a play that they scored on. He told him before the game, watch out, this block is going to happen downfield and it's illegal. They put him.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen the play?
Is that Bielema? Is he the coach? Who is the coach?
Brett Bielema.
Yeah, okay.
He's huge.
So he went to the refs?
No, in pregame, you meet with the refs.
Yeah.
Everybody meets. They talk about this, that, and the other things and technical things. And do you have this guy? Do you have an ineligible number ever here and stuff? You go over everything, and then you say, they'll say, is there anything in particular? Like, we would say, listen, these guys are crack blocking on our, you're going to put everything that they do. Well, he knew they had a play where they would flex the tackle out as the X receiver, and he would run a route, and he would sort of run through the receivers.
Okay.
Like he ain't getting the ball. He's there to block.
He's a bowling ball.
They're like, hey, he is going to block. Whether he makes it look like a route or not, he's going to be blocking.
Interesting. And they called it?
Yeah.
Man. What were those conversations like before an ECU Navy game with the refs?
Almost had to, it was frustrating.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there was a couple times other things were said, because you knew your guys were.
Wow, I got HUD almost speechless here, Sean.
Yeah, I was pissed. Freaking chop block.
All right.
Guys' knees. Oh, we lost Marcus Hands that game. We lost 2 guys that game. We lost, and wasn't one of. That was the only thing when we got that schedule. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
We brought up the Virginia game from 06 the other day.
Yeah, that was
06.
You remember Virginia?
I just look at it as one of my favorite games because I feel like the weather was perfect, the night was perfect. It went from day to night.
That was the Ann Holland Bowl.
Yeah, the Virginia.
She was like, every day I saw her, we're gonna win, right? I was like, damn.
Got to beat the Cavs.
And
all right. Also Friday night, Arizona K-State. Arizona has piddled around against lesser opponents. They got a real challenge this week against K-State, who barely survived at Tulane last week. It was a great game.
Tulane's not awful. Tulane's good.
Noon, Alabama at Jump Around, Camp Randall, Wisconsin. Any chance it's close?
Yes.
Okay. I think so, too. I think they can.
You said the word chance.
Oh,
not
I
will
shouldn't
it
have said that, yeah. Game day is in Columbia for some reason for LSU, South Carolina.
I don't know. They must have a reason.
Memphis at Florida State. Does Florida State start 0-3?
Wow.
They're 6.5-point favorites, right?
Yeah.
Just 6?
Yeah.
In Tallahassee? Oh, man. I want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Tulane, another challenge. They are in Norman to face Oklahoma. The Domers, how did the Domers respond? The Golden Domers at Purdue.
Greg Hudson Bowl.
There's an old tradition, just so you know. That is, that Notre Dame used to, back in the day, we opened up with Michigan and Michigan State. If you didn't go 2-0, you had Get Right Week, and it was Purdue. And we would whack them. So
it's time for a Get Right.
Now, they are the spoiler makers of the day. And traditionally, for some reason, they're going to play well. But we would also, every once in a while, somebody's got to pay.
The Get Right Week is here for Notre Dame. Greg Hudson has ties to every freaking team. Texas A&M is in the swamp against Florida.
Ooh.
Big game for both sides.
Fighting Kayla Hudson's will be there, gigging them. I'm going all the way with Gig 'em.
We got a rivalry weekend going on. We've got the Backyard Brawl, West Virginia at Pitt. We've got the Apple Cup, Washington State, and the Civil War, Oregon State, all this weekend.
Well, the last two just don't have the same fluff to it.
I'm glad they're still playing them, though, even though it's non-conference.
Yeah, but the Backyard Brawl, they just didn't I see the AD at Pitt resigned or got let go, or I think they parted ways. The AD at Pitt. I mean, that happens, and I'm a coach of a sport there.
Head on a swivel.
Oh man,
you skipped it, but it's Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech at home this week.
I was not impressed with Old Dominion.
No.
I'll take the.
Where's the game at?
At Old Dominion.
It's happened. They beat them, twice? Mm-hmm. They beat them once there, I remember, on a Friday night not too long ago. Ole Miss is at Wake Forest. Shame on Wake Forest for blowing that game against Virginia on Saturday. They were up big in that one. Yeah. Nightcap, Georgia at Kentucky.
Kentucky got beat, didn't they?
Bad by South Carolina. Traditional Big Ten matchup here. Indiana at UCLA. Again, great basketball game back in the day, but now it is a Big Ten conference game.
And it's where?
It is in Pasadena.
It's at UCLA. It's in LA, and it's near USC.
Thank you, Deshaun Foster. Yeah.
Oh man. I'm going Hoosiers.
Ooh, there you go, Jamie.
Who's your daddy?
Shirley, take us to break. Coach Prime and the Buffaloes taking on Colorado State. Colorado State could really put a nail in a coffin here.
Dude, they are limping in Colorado. Limping. I'm going with the Rams.
Really? Norvell. getting it done.
No, they got beat, though, up last week, didn't they? The Rams?
They got beat bad week 1 by Texas, I know.
Wow.
Let's see, 52-0. Last week, they beat Northern Colorado 38-17.
They gave up 17 in Northern Colorado?
Yeah, you want to change your prediction?
Shador playing?
Good question. I don't know. He might refuse to play behind that line.
Well, not only that line. What's the spread?
It is Colorado -7. Only 7.
At?
Fort Collins.
Beautiful place, by the way. Beautiful.
Colorado State?
Boy. Yeah, I'm going with Colorado State.
All right, go Rams. Back with you to wrap it up after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates!
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
What's up, Pirate Nation? Are you guys ready for some ECU football? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And to kick this season off, we're doing 90 days till first payment on all Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. Also, up to $9,500 off new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row and up to $7,000 off the 24 model Jeep Grand Cherokee 3rd-row. Don't forget to check out our huge selection of affordable used vehicles starting from $699 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Yeah. Get your game faces on, Pirates. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields, if you know what I mean. We're flying into dove season with shotguns galore and shells for days. Don't miss out on Beretta's $200 cash back on A400 Extreme Pluses and $75 back on A300 Ultimas. Tune in as we head into hunting season with the best deals around and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Find out when the cannons explode.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates.
Want a burger with attitude? Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place to get it. Located just off of Greenville Boulevard in the Publix Shopping Center and a short distance away from Downey-Ficklin Stadium, Bad Daddy's has a lineup of chef-inspired burgers, giant chop salads, the famous badass margarita, and a fabulous selection of local craft beers. Get started with Not Your Mama's Deviled Eggs or fried pickles before diving into one of their juicy burgers like the bacon cheeseburger on steroids. Or spice things up with the Heat Wave Burger. People have called their burgers totally insane, but they'll take that as a compliment. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Pirate Radio.
And I can promise you, we are going to be a hard-nosed, physical, fundamentally sound, disciplined football team. We're going to compete and go toe-to-toe with anybody we match up against. But that's going to be our mentality year-round.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was another good day for the stock market. The Dow was up 235 points and closed at 41,096. The Nasdaq was up 174 points at 17,569. The S&P was up 41 at 5,595. That is your Wells Fargo Advisor Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Thank you, Jamie. I was wrong. It was Syracuse that beat Georgia Tech, the team that beat Florida State before Boston College beat Florida State. That was the game on Saturday.
So BC hasn't lost.
BC has not lost.
Yeah, O'Brien's going to get that thing rolling.
That is correct.
He's in his element.
I got the teams that beat Florida State mixed up. Jamie, we'll get to your HUD question next week. Kenny says, call me crazy, but I'm loading up my tailgating stuff while listening to Pirate Radio. That's not crazy.
You're not crazy.
That's just being prepared, ready to go for Saturday.
Organized.
Coach HUD, your final message to everyone today.
Be nice.
Be nice. There you go.
Be nice, man.
For Shirley Rhodes, for Zach, for Christian, for the Chan Man, Coach HUD, I am Clip Brock. We'll see you Friday, 3 o'clock, a Football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive